Let's just talk about H2O rather than do a cold open.
I would. I do actually like this movie, though. I don't want to avoid talking about this movie.
No, this movie's fine, but you know what's great? H2O just
Just
out.
add water. Actually, one of my obsessions as a kid. And I wanted to be a mermaid.
And you don't anymore?
Well, that'd be pretty sick.
Was the problem with the podcast about H2O would be too short? There wouldn't be enough episodes.
I mean, there's 3 seasons, and you know what? They have a spin-off show, so you can just go into the spin-off
show suck?
Yes, and I've never finished the first season.
There's nothing better to make a podcast about, right?
I would totally do it. I mean, unfortunately, I'm pretty wrapped up in DCOMs right now.
Okay.
But
fair enough.
Yeah,
but I totally would.
I do wonder if we are going to do a podcast. Presumably not right away, but like what we would do if we're doing another one after this.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to retire.
I think that's probably where it's at, but I'm saying like years down the line after we're done, we might be like, it could be fun to do another big project, but also at that point we probably have kids.
We're probably gonna be like parents at that point. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Make sure you teach them how difficult it is to be an adult.
Yeah. And we get to show them all of the Disney Channel original movies. We're gonna go.
Yeah, maybe we just have to remake it with our kids watching each film and force them to go broadcast themselves online for other people's entertainment. That seems healthy.
This is the first I've heard that you guys want to have kids. Let's actually talk about that. Let's deep dive.
You know, we were like engaged to be married, but like kids, whoa.
Yeah, that's different. Those are 2 different things.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be for
a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither of us, it's not anytime soon.
Okay.
We can do the marriage thing first.
Yeah, okay. How many kids, though?
2.
Oh, look at that.
We have all these talks. Yeah.
I was hoping you hadn't. Just bring this up when you're on air.
Just open the door.
Figure out like a parenting potential question for us to like have to argue about.
Yeah. So if you have a daughter and Kelsey were to swap bodies with her, would you try to tell BenG or just?
Thank God you're getting asked the question.
Would you tell BenG or not, or just you try to convince him that you're?
I think I would. I think because I'd be like, okay, you know the DCOM,
right?
Not the Lindsay Lohan version. We're talking about it's an hourglass situation.
And not the
swap, which was a different DCOM. We're talking about specifically. We had an hourglass. You'll never believe this.
I mean, ideally what you do is you go back and listen to this episode of the podcast.
Yeah. I feel like BenG is the type of person that'll be like, okay, prove it. Like, I'm going to ask you a question only you would know.
Yeah. You just don't want to deal with that. That sounds like a whole lot of bullshit.
I would try and tell. I think it helps that it's not like a new guy that's entering the family. He's like already established in the family.
What are the odds that you've just been actually Freaky Friday, but you've been Freaky Friday for like 7 years? So the whole time I've known you, you've actually been your mom.
Freaky Friday at birth, so you never even know that you're not somebody else.
Freaky Friday at birth. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, with another baby, so you'd never know.
That's so crazy. All of a sudden it just switches back and you're like, what?
The ultimate switched at birth thing where it literally has no real impact.
There's no way to tell.
Welcome, everybody, to the DCOM Duo podcast.
I'm BenG.
I'm Kelsey.
And we're the DCOM Duo
podcast.
And I'm David.
We have a guest today.
Normally when we do the intro, people are always so scared to speak up, but I want people to speak up, you know? We do our little spiel, and I'm always like, the guest can say hi.
Guys, today it's St. Patrick's Day, so as you know, we obviously watched the most Irish movie DCOM available, Luck of the Freaky.
Yeah, that's when we're recording. This actually is releasing like 2 weeks from now, but hey, it's St. Patrick's Day in real time, so
yeah,
who knows when we'll do Luck of the Irish.
Yeah, we could. I mean, I guess we could have done it today.
We could have.
We could have changed.
I think it's funny to record something else.
That's funny.
So welcome, David, to the podcast.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah. I always ask our guests within here, what's your history with Disney Channel original movies?
I think the first time I ever heard of DCOMs was actually from you guys telling me you were starting this podcast or starting the watch, the grand watch back in college. That was the first time I'd ever heard of them. I did not watch Disney Channel growing up at all. So,
Oh.
and I did not watch even High School Musical until I think a couple years ago. So that I'm very new to the world, and this is the second one that I've ever watched.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're not all musicals, believe it or not.
Oh, okay. That is also news to me. I thought they were all musicals.
They're not.
I'm glad I picked a musical then because I like musicals.
Yeah,
Good. I'm
like
glad-
probably 10% are musicals, maybe a little higher.
Okay, I got lucky.
I'm glad you like musicals. This will make this a lot easier. A lot of people going into the Freaky Friday thinking it's a Lindsay Lohan one are so bad it's a musical.
Right. I mean, originally when I picked which episode I was doing, I definitely did think this was I was like, Lindsay Lohan, Disney Channel. Okay, I think I know what we're talking about here. It wasn't until later I realized I did not know what we were talking about.
No, Lindsay
I'm
Lohan's
happy to stick
only
with
in
my
one
choice.
DCOM. We covered it a few episodes ago. Get a clue.
Yes. She actually is in a DCOM. And
But-
it's like she's like a journalist and she's solving a mystery. But that was before Freaky Friday. She was a little younger. But yeah, this Freaky Friday came out in 2018. It was news to us too when we started doing the marathon. But looking back at our list, we actually watched it pretty early.
I remembered this coming out. Not the fact for an absolute fact that it was specifically a DCOM,
Yeah.
but the fact of when it came out, I saw a lot of hate for it online for the exact reason that you can suspect. They did a bad job advertising that A, it's not the Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis movie, and B, that it's actually a musical. This was in the peak time of people advertising stuff but pretending it wasn't a musical.
Right.
Hmm.
And
I like the idea of people getting really upset because they thought they were going to watch a movie they'd already seen before, and then it was actually a new movie, and giving it a bad review from that. This isn't the movie that I saw.
this movie's absolutely like hated on online in some
Mhm.
circles to this day, just because people were like kind of mad that it is what it is.
Wikipedia said positive reviews.
Critics view it,
Honestly, but
Yeah.
the public was mad about it, which was unfortunate.
but it's also
That's okay. Well, we're the public, and we're
Yeah,
putting
we
our
are.
opinions online right now.
Yeah, maybe people have calmed down enough now, and Freakier Friday has come out, so they can forgive this one for existing.
yeah. I think people do not. No one talks about this one anymore.
No, I mean I'd never heard of it, so
Yeah, I wouldn't have if we didn't watch every single DCOM.
Right.
Thing,
Yeah.
so
But I feel like it justifies its existence enough by literally just being the stage show movie. You know,
Mhm.
yeah.
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 So-
Cool.
I'm way less upset about it. Also, the fact of again, there's 4 Freaky Friday films.
Right.
They've
4 or 5.
5 if you count
the sequel.
Freakier Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, there's really one for every generation. There's like the 2018s one. So there's one in the 70s, 90s,
Thousands.
aughts, yeah,
And then
Tens.
this was 2018.
and then
Yeah.
25 for the
Like I guess
sequel.
Freakier Friday was this decade, so
So,
Get ready for like 2035's Freaky. Well, no, it's not going to be Freaky
Freaky
Friday.
Friday.
It's just going to be Freaky Friday
Freaky
again.
Thursday.
Do you think? We obviously don't know who the young actress will be, but who will the old actress be?
I think it's gonna be Lindsay Lohan as the old one.
That probably makes
Even though
sense.
that kind of was what Freakier Friday was.
Yeah,
A little.
But she could be the grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
But I wanted to, I was so excited to come on this podcast. I really wanted to be prepared. So actually, I didn't tell you guys this, but between yesterday and today, I have watched all 5 versions of Freaky Friday. I've watched them. I hadn't watched any of them. I not even watched the Lindsay Lohan version before. And starting yesterday, I started in chronological order. Started the 70s.
Wow.
And I watched all of them in order:
That's
70s,
crazy.
90s, 03.
That's
So,
incredible.
I've watched a lot of Freaky Friday in the last 2 days, and then I rewatched the DCOM one just to like have it fresh in my mind.
To make sure you got that.
So to be honest, they're all watching the movie with the same plot 4.5 times because Freakier Friday is a little bit different, but watching the same movie, a movie with 4 movies with the same plot in 2 days, I have to admit they are a little bit scrambled in my mind. But I tried to keep notes to keep them separate.
Yeah.
But it was fascinating. It was a great experience, honestly.
We gotta do that sometime.
That does
We
seem
should
like
watch all
pretty
them.
fun.
Yeah.
I would love to know all if it is it like the same plot? Like, does it have all the same story beats?
No, there was a lot of differences, and they were really interesting. But I think the biggest thing I took away was just like how much each one was like an anachronism like of the period it was set in. So the 70s one is so 70s. The
Yeah.
90s one is like the most 90s thing I've ever seen. The 2000s one, I think, is the most 2000s thing I've ever seen. Like each one's a perfect encapsulation
Mhm.
of the time period set. So it is
They're real
fascinating.
time capsule movies.
They really are, and so the differences are fascinating, like how they change some of the plots stuff.
Should we just get into that
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, well, first,
Or should
fan mail.
Oh,
If you want to send
We
us
don't
fan
have
mail, you
fan.
can send us at
oh.
the decom2@gmail.com.
Mhm.
We got a
Any,
comment
any
on
questions for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, any questions for David, just let
We
us
got
know.
a comment on a YouTube short for Hounded, which
Ooh.
says, "Good old days." So thank you, Conrad4193, for that.
Yay. Good
That's
old
all I
days.
got for fan mail.
Yeah.
Good old days.
Uh,
What time period is Hounded?
Hounded's 2000s,
2000s.
early
Good old
2000s.
days.
Good old
Good
days.
old days.
Little baby Shia LaBeouf was in that.
Yeah, I guess I
Yeah,
can get
I
into
guess
the
that's it.
facts. Well, first off, I do want to know before I forget to ask, what's your ranking of the Freaky Friday movies?
Oh, yeah. It was really hard. It's kind of hard because we're watching them like all in
It blurs together.
But I think, dude, the 70s one is crazy. That's what I gotta start by saying. The 70s one is so crazy and so different from the other ones. I'd almost have to say I recommend that one the most because it's just so wild. I think 70s movies are so interesting. Um, okay, in terms of actual quality, probably the 2003 one is like
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty
probably the
good.
best. I really
It's
like
really
this one
good.
though, the DCOM one. Honestly,
like
the
it too.
22 one, I really enjoyed it. I love musicals. I thought it was probably the most emotional one out of all five.
It is something that I was going to say, compared to the other main Freaky Friday, like for everything, this one's really focused on the emotions of it.
Yeah.
It's much more
helps that there's
seriously
music.
drawn rather than being haha goofy funny,
Yeah.
which is where I feel like at least the 2003 one is really leaning into like this is a funny situation.
Yeah.
It's like some comedy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of like an emotional climax in the Lindsay Lohan one as well. But yeah, I think this one focuses a lot more on the grief and like has some emotional songs that
Yeah.
help.
I thought some of the emotional like climax moments were like very moving in the 2018 version. So it'd probably go 2003, 2018, 76. Sounds just wild. I would go Freakier Friday and then maybe the 90s one last.
Gotcha.
Isn't that the one with Jodie Foster?
Jodie Foster's
That's
the 70s one.
Oh, that's the 70s one. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I know the least about the 90s one.
It
Yeah, it was like a made for
the
TV
woman
movie
who-
as well.
The mom was the lady who played Diane in Cheers. I forget her
Oh, I haven't seen Cheers. I guess I can look that up.
name. Honestly, even the 90s one was still pretty decent. I thought. I thought they were all good. I
Freaky
was
Friday has
surprised.
good bones for a movie.
Yeah, it is.
Shelley Long? I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
She's Diane in
She's
Cheers.
Diane.
She's Diane in Cheers.
I mean, the 70s one is like the most different from like the movie experience I'm used to now. It's like I haven't watched that many movies from the 70s, but like they did not like there's obviously no thought into like the plot or the emotion. It's not emotional at all. There's no attempt to even like teach a lesson or like have some sort of like moral thing about how like it's hard for kids, it's hard for adults. The 70s one is just like this would be really funny, and it's just like screwball comedy the whole way through. The whole back half of the 70s one is just like one long extended hilarious action sequence that would be from like The Naked Gun or Airplane, and they don't resolve any of the plot holes, and I'm fine with that. Like they set up all these things where like she like set the kitchen on fire, and like the track has ruined all of her friendship, like the mom ruins all the friendships with the girl at school, and they don't resolve any of that, and the movie just ends. It's like
They ran out of budget.
Funny. The whole movie's really it's funny.
Did they switch back?
They switch back right at the end, but it's never explained what causes the switch.
No.
They just say, "Man, I wish I was in their life," and they just switch. There's no talisman. There's no hourglass. There's no any sort of magical trinket. It's never explained how or why they switch or what caused them to switch back into their original bodies. Just kind of happens at one point. They also switch bodies physically at one point too, so they swap like where they physically are, and like everyone around them like sees it happen. They're like, "Where'd you come from? Where'd Anna go?" And they're just like, "I don't
know." Is there always like the father death and the new stepdad like wedding thing, or is that just the like two more
03
recent.
and
No, so they introduced that one in in the 70s. It's just a nuclear family. It's just a dad. He's just
Okay.
there the whole time. It's her actual dad, and he's like a major part of the story still. But like that is not what the movie's about. The movie's
Okay.
not about like her coming to terms with whatever.
Nah, it's just
they're
like-
a very like happy family, like honestly. And then like they both the wife and the daughter get along great with dad. The whole movie. The 90s one, there is a new marriage. Like she's engaged.
Okay.
Oh no, she's not engaged. She has a boyfriend. But she really wants him to propose,
Mhm.
and he's like it hasn't proposed yet. He proposes obviously
yikes.
Anna is in
Oh,
the wrong body.
Of
So,
course.
but that's that one's also very different too because he is like it's more about like they don't mention like her biological dad. I don't think it's clear if
Okay.
he's there or not. He's just out of the picture. It's just like she's just single mom. So like it's not about him like becoming her new dad. That's not like a tension point. She just doesn't like him. Like she actually just thinks he's kind of a bad guy. And that one's weird because like in everything after that, 2003, 2018, 2025, the new dad is always like a really, really good guy. And like she just has to come to terms with that.
Yeah.
The 2009 the 90s one was the most unique one because she hates the dad because he's like a dick to her and the mom won't believe her and then
Yikes.
and then mom switches into the kid's body and then he's kind of doesn't listen to her anymore when she's a kid. She's like, oh my god, like Anna was telling the truth, you don't listen to me at all, like that's,
Dang.
and then she is like it's not okay, like you have to, my family comes first, you have to respect me. And then she like has a change of heart and he like comes around and learns how to like Anna. So it's more of a character arc for the dad actually in that one.
Yeah.
Well, I know that's an interesting twist on the formula. It was weird to say that when it was the second one.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what the book. I don't know if you wrote anything about the book.
I didn't write too much about the book. Yeah.
Okay, my knowledge of the Freaky Friday book is that it's pretty close to the 70s version, except I think the funniest thing about the book is that there's no part in the book about the mom's perspective being in the kid's body. It's all the kid in the mom's
That's
body.
interesting.
And
Fascinating.
it turns out being a kid is very easy. She has no problems at all. She totally fixes the kid's life.
And they completely changed that.
And she comes back and bails the kid's ass out at the end of the movie who can't do the adulting parts.
Wow.
So like the lesson of the book is just that being a kid is really easy and being an adult is hard.
It is something.
You know what, yeah.
I feel like all the Freaky Friday stuff I've seen, they always give the kid a dilemma that feels less bad than the adult's dilemma, if that makes sense. They make it so it's weighted towards like you feel bad for the adult who's getting swapped more, in my opinion. Like their life is at more grave danger.
The adult who's in the kid's body?
The adult soul.
Okay.
So yeah, in the kid's body.
Okay.
Yeah. And more like their life can be ruined by not being in their body, or like their potential marriage is going to go up in flames, stuff.
Sure.
And I'm always like,
the adult's problems
it's
are more
stuff that's like at least partially a kid's movie, which all of these I believe are. They're at least family movies.
Right.
I always wish they gave a little more like, yeah, you know what, being a kid can suck. I'm not saying they don't.
Recent ones they do.
Yeah, I guess let's focus on DCOM. I guess I think that is true for the DCOM. True, I think Catherine, when she's in Ellie's body, there's not that much stuff she has to get through.
She does say though, like, this was way harder than I thought it was going to be. She does say that at one point.
Yeah.
But it kind of feels like she's saying it to say it
I
more than
don't think
it doesn't feel.
It doesn't seem that hard. She nails the biology class.
That's true.
She aces it.
It's all the social stuff that she sucks at.
Yeah, but even that doesn't go that badly. Like,
No.
and not as badly as I think other Freaky Friday iterations where the social stuff really like crashes and burns. Like she like at like there was a school bully that she tried that like dumps a drink down her shirt,
and it barely leaves us. Doesn't even leave.
It doesn't even stay.
And that's kind of the extent of it.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's gone. She loses her best friends
for like 2 seconds.
minutes.
2 seconds.
They're like good friends. I think that's reflective of maybe the 2018 high schoolers, is they forgive quite easily.
I will say it does feel, for as much as we're talking about it, more accurate to what I was like in high school in 2018.
Yeah.
That feels more accurate.
Yeah.
There was a lot of singing.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And there was this weird hunt thing. It was crazy.
Yo, the hunt. I remember the hunt.
That was an idea for a cold opens I had with there. Was just trying to get you to host the hunt for us.
Yeah.
Put it on Taskmaster.
I mean that did, yeah. I'll say the Asian guy who hosts the huge game for all of his friends. It seems really fun. I did find some relatability in that
You
character.
resonated with him a little. Yeah.
You're just a bit of an Adam.
Yeah, a bit of an Adam,
Yeah.
I'd say.
All
I mean, the hunt. I would say my note about the hunt is like I think this movie is made for theater kids. I think this is what theater kids think sports is.
That is very accurate.
But I think they didn't want to make it a musical because they've already covered that with High School Musical, and they're like, okay, we don't know anything about sports, so we gotta make something up that's kind of like sports.
I feel like the hunt is so close to being a really cool thing, but it actually would be really lame.
Yeah, it actually.
Well,
looks
it's like,
cool.
oh, you guys heard of Scav, this like documentary on Nebula about like
No.
this like scavenger hunt that University of Chicago does?
No.
It's like exactly that.
That's
It
cool.
does seem pretty hype.
Yeah, maybe it is gonna be cool. It's something where if it's in the moment, everyone's actually getting hyped about
And
it. It could
everyone's-
be really cool.
Everyone's safe,
Yeah.
especially high schoolers. Like, let's make sure everybody's safe.
Yeah, they all go to an
Too.
abandoned like fairground in the middle of the night. It's
Yeah.
like midnight.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I don't think they're open.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Before we really dive into the movie, we should do the fact note.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
So,
like that. All right.
Ben, you take it away.
This movie released August 10th, 2018. Oh my god, that's my
Oh my
birthday.
god! Happy birthday!
I turned 19 that day
Wow.
Wow.
when this movie turned 0.
Wow.
It's the 105th DCOM.
Mm-hmm.
So I had 104 it was standing on the shoulders of.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
The director of this film is Steve Carr, who was also the executive producer of the film. He's done more stuff than I expected and a pretty funny list of stuff. He did Paul Blart Mall Cop. He did Daddy Daycare.
Wow.
Next Friday. Dr. Dolittle 2. And Are We Done Yet?
Oh wow! Unfortunately, as a kid, I only watched Doctor Dolittle 3, so no opinion on Doctor Dolittle 2.
Yeah. I mean, I watched Daddy Daycare. I liked it. I
Yeah.
actually have not seen Paul Blart Mall Cop, shockingly.
Really? I got a quiz book question once, and it was COVID. I'm pretty sure you were actually reading the questions, David.
No.
And it was like the COVID year.
God, David crossover.
It was crazy, and the answer was Paul Blart Cop, and we were doing it on Zoom. And my Zoom, I
did read for the Zoom year.
yeah. So I buzzed in. I say Paul Blart Mall Cop, and then my Zoom cuts out. So I don't know if I was right or not. And I had to come back in. I'm like, guys, was I right? You're like, yeah, you were right. Because I had watched Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Very good.
Steve Carr won a Razzie for Worst Director as one of the 14 directors for movie 43. So he's sharing it with
Oh.
13 others.
Mm-hmm.
It was a team effort. It was
Yeah.
a team effort for worst
Movie
director.
43, if you don't know it, it's like a film that they basically scammed like tons of A-listers into making by like hiding it in contracts.
Oh.
And they all had to like film for like one day, and it's just one of the worst movies ever made, but it's like one of the biggest casts ever put together.
Oh, interesting.
Steve Carr got his start really as an album cover artist. So he illustrates the covers for Def Jam Records, which is just one of the biggest record companies that there are. They produce several huge albums. He used that connection of illustrating there to start directing music videos, including notably Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life, which like is a pretty liked music video of him there. And that transitioned him into movie directing. So that's an interesting pathway to get there.
Now he did a musical.
Yeah. And this was his last film that he did until last year when he released a Christmas film, Netflix A Merry Little Xmas.
Which is one of those classic Netflix Christmas movies.
Yeah. And they pulled him out of semi-retirement to do that.
That's
Or maybe he just loved the idea so much that he had to do it.
I just
bursting.
I like the idea that he did this one and he's like, I'm gonna retire. That's it. I've done everything I can.
That's what you're doing with podcasts.
Yeah.
That one.
I'm
Hanging
good.
up my hat.
All right, for our cast, playing the role of Ellie Blake or Catherine Blake in Ellie's body.
Yes.
Yeah, the body of Ellie at least, is Cozy Zusseldorf. Zusseldorf. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
She was in Dolphin Tale 1 and 2.
Whoa. I
Yeah.
remember Dolphin. I didn't watch it,
She
but I
got
remember
nominated
it
for
existing.
Young Artist Awards for that.
Wow.
She had recurring roles on the Disney Channel shows Mighty Med, Liv and Maddie, High School Musical, the series. She also wrote songs for High School Musical, the series.
Sorry, who was she in High School Musical, the musical
And she was
series?
like a reporter.
Oh, so okay. I did watch that entire series. I don't remember. I feel like I would have recognized her. I like Freaky Friday.
I mean, I won't be surprised if this is a completely different look than she normally goes with.
And
Yeah.
was she like basically an adult in High School Musical, the series? 'Cause
Well,
that
it would
Definitely
be like
older. It's probably like early 20s.
there's another main cast member of High School Musical, the series in this movie as a kid.
Yeah.
So there's still kids in here.
The girl plays Savannah was in High School Musical series as well.
Yeah, we'll get to her shortly.
Yeah.
She's been making music throughout her whole career. Nothing like big hits wise, but
Mhm.
still doing that. And recently she's the second Build star. She's the writer, the songwriter, the executive producer of Angel Studios' Christian teen musical show, which is called A Week Away, the series. I hadn't heard about it, but like that's where she's putting all her heart and soul into this like Christian teen musical TV show.
Wow.
Okay.
And she's like one of the main people behind the show.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Off.
I think doing Freaky Friday acting is difficult, and she does admirably.
Mhm.
I think herself, weirdly, the first like 15 minutes before she swaps, it's not that good at acting.
But then when she gets better,
when she does
yeah.
the adult, when she becomes old,
Yeah.
I feel like she does a really fun job playing that up, hamming it up,
Yeah, I agree. I think she was better at playing adult than she was
playing the kid.
teenager. Yeah. Specifically that teenager that's just like, man,
Which
you don't understand.
that can also be a directing option of
That
just
could
like
be, you know what that is? This could be a Christian thing.
Yeah.
good piecing stuff together in there. Playing
That's what
the
I'm here
role of Catherine Blake, or Ellie Blake in Catherine's body,
Mhm.
is Heidi Blickenstaff. She originated the stage role in the musical of Catherine for Freaky Friday.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
So,
very nice.
yeah, this is based off, entirely based off the stage musical. The stage musical is based off of the 3 films that happened before it and the book. This
Mhm.
takes elements of all of them. Yeah, she's done a ton on Broadway. She played a fictionalized version of herself in Title of Show, which I didn't know about, but like apparently is a reasonably big deal, and like the character is forever named Heidi after her.
Okay.
Oh,
And she originated B in Something Rotten. Something Rotten's a pretty big show.
okay.
She's other Broadway credits she has. She was in The Little Mermaid as Ursula. She was in The Addams Family. She was in Jagged Little Pill. She doesn't have much like screen credits, but a lot of Broadway stuff. She's pretty popular there.
Fun.
Playing the role of the little brother Fletcher Blake is Jason Maybaum. He had a main role in Raven's Home.
Mhm.
That's a Raven spinoff,
Mhm.
and he's in the spin-offs of that as well.
There's spin-offs of Ravenholm.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
He was a contestant on Dancing with the Stars Juniors,
Fun.
and he's not really done that much else. He did some voice acting on kids and junior shows, but like nothing that really credits. The weirdest thing I had, I'm like, I gotta find something about this guy, is that apparently he worked in the sound department. Only non-acting credit he had was in the sound department as a looper. I don't know what a looper does. In Freakier Friday. So he worked on the 2025 film Freakier Friday.
Oh,
How old is he?
I don't know.
He was a child in 2018.
I mean,
Because it's been a bit.
It's been 7 years.
Huh.
yeah. That's
7 years between
crazy.
the two.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So, and he was probably around stuff because as a kid actor, you get more
Yeah.
insights to everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if he was working as a looper, it might be him older coming back in time to like kill his younger self.
Oh, good
That might
point.
be-
Good
That
point.
might
Good
be how he got
point.
the credit. Yeah.
Somehow they call that an auditory role.
Mhm.
Playing the role of Mike Harper, the soon-to-be stepdad, is Alex Desert. He's also in Let It Shine
And Invisible Sister.
and Invisible Sister.
You didn't write that down.
Yeah. Nobody.
Why do I not have it written down? That's crazy. I'm just
It's not
stopping
right.
this through. He's in another thing.
Specifically remember him being in like 3D comms.
I hadn't heard of of any of these people, and I certainly hadn't heard of anything you just said in the last 5 minutes. But this guy looked from Alex Stazer looks really familiar to me, and I looked his credits up because I thought I knew him from something, but I looked at his credits and I don't know what I would know him from.
I know him from other DCOMs.
Right.
He's an Invisible Sister as well.
Yeah.
He's probably best known as he was part of the main cast of Becker, which was a TV show, sitcom, I think. He's done a lot of TV roles, just a lot of small bits things. He's also done video game roles, a lot of voice acting overall. Pretty recently, like within the last 5 years, he replaced Hank Azaria in The Simpsons, so he now does the voice of Carl Carlson and Lou. And he's still pretty active today. His most recent credit was he was in Hoppers. He did one of the voices in Hoppers.
Nice.
Playing the role of Adam Liu is Ricky He. He is currently in the main cast of the MGM the MGM show From. It's got like really good reviews, but I know very little about it.
Okay.
He won a Leo Award for that, which I think is specifically only for people from Vancouver or British Columbia specifically can win. So it may not be the most competitive award, but he did win it, and he's done stuff. He's had recurring roles in The Good Doctor and Trial and Error, and he was the main voice actor for the Immortal Phoenix Rising DLC.
Huh.
If you played that video game's DLC, he's the main voice that was added into that.
Good for you, Ricky. I wish him well. I really liked him as Adam. Adam's one of my favorite characters.
Adam's a really fun character, I feel.
Yeah.
It's very dorky, adorable,
Yeah.
like fun. Yeah. Playing the role of the assistant Tori Min is Kaeun Kim. She had recurring roles in Austin and Alleys, in the Zombies Reanimated series, as well as American Gods. She had a decently sized role in Cocaine Bear.
Nice.
Classic movie there. Everyone loves it. But recently, she really got the biggest break of her career, and she's part of the main cast of St. Dennis Medical.
Oh, good for her.
The NBC sitcom that's like currently going on to pretty good reviews.
Cool.
And then finally, I have down for playing the role of Savannah is Dara Renee.
Mm-hmm.
This is her first acting credit she ever had.
Really?
We've actually already talked about her on this podcast before because she was a part of the Descendants Zombies World Collide tour concert. And we covered that. Mm-hmm. And yeah, she's also in Descendants The Rise of Red.
Yeah, that's why she was at the concert, because she was in Descendants Rise of Red.
Yeah, she played Uliana there, who's for some reason not Ursula.
It's Ursula's baby sister. For whatever reason.
We can go on and on about this. I understand.
You guys keep looking at me like I'm going to chime in. I have no idea what you're talking about.
She was nominated for a Children's Emmy for that.
Yeah.
She had a main role in High School Musical, the series.
Yes.
Main cast member in that.
Yes.
She was a co-host of Disney's Magic Bake Off, which was like a just baking show that they made.
I remember that like premiered after a DCOM.
Yeah, I think it was after Spin.
Spin, yeah.
After
which was
the
like
Royal Wedding, which was after Spin.
Yes, which was like the first new DCOM we watched live because we decided we were committed. So, which was fun.
And yeah. Right. That's what I have for the cast. For the fun facts, David's already gone on and on about the previous films about this, so I'm not going to go.
Yeah, any other...
I could do a whole hour on the 70s one, to be honest. That one's hard to get out of my mind.
Yeah, any other last notes about any of the other movies?
No, I got nothing.
I was asking you, David.
Oh, okay.
Anything else you just wanted to add?
Got to get off your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot to say, but I'll try to limit it. Well, yeah, it's great. Yeah, the 1976 version casts Jodie Foster as the child.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and she's Jodie Foster. So
it is crazy that Jodie Foster was just a child star.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And she's so good in it. She's incredible because she's Jodie Foster. She's still a child, but she's Jodie Foster. And John Astin as the dad, which is awesome as well. Like, it's a great job. I think one of the funniest things is that since I'm totally new to the franchise, when there was the plot beat in the 70s version about Anna being in her mom's body, and then she runs into her crush, and she starts like awkwardly, being like really interested. He's like, it takes this opportunity to like get to know him better. I was like, oh, this is really weird. The mom is like, she's in her mom's body seducing her crush. This must be a weird artifact of the 70s. And then that proceeded to be a plot point in all of them. I was like, I thought this was just a weird 70s thing. They kept that going. I was like, this will be really funny when I come to the modern ones. And it's like, oh, they're still doing it. In fact, the one we watched, the DCOM one, is
The most explicit about it, honest.
well, it's the only one out of all five that has the mother in the teenager's body falling in love with the teenager.
A little bit, yeah.
Which
That's-
is such a risky thing to do.
It's the only
And it's
one that
something that
does
I've
that.
seen people online, the very few people that do talk about this movie, some people will see that scene or just see the Oh Biology song
Yeah.
and go like, this is fucked up. And
It-
like,
It is, but I guess what makes it okay is they never bring it up again.
They never do. And the whole point that she's trying to make is like, I don't want to be doing this. This is
I
weird.
guess.
But it's still weird.
Yeah, that was interesting. I think the 70s one, another really great thing is the class that she has to go to, that Ellen has to go to as Anna, is I thought for sure anytime there's a classroom scene in any movie, they always go with the classics. It's math or history or science. They went so contemporary. The two classes she had to go to was still photography class,
Whoa.
where she messes up by turning on the lights, thus ruining all the negatives. And then her big test of the day, in 2003, there's the big final, SATs or whatever. But in 70s, the big test that's the day of Anna's big typing test. Just go to typing class and take the big typing test. And
you know what? That one's kind of fun to make, like a mom who doesn't know.
It's so funny because the mom's like, I got this. Typing, no problem. And she starts typing and she's like, why isn't it working? And, her friend next to her is like, what are you doing? It's an electric typewriter. You have to turn it on. Oh, my mom's like, when did they make typewriters electric? This should be the same thing. And she like turns it on. It starts going crazy. And then she like plugs it into like, there's like a daisy chain of like wall sockets. She like plugs it into the last daisy chain and all the typewriters explode. It's fantastic.
That sounds awesome.
That does seem pretty awesome.
I think the other thing that is interesting is every movie has a version of like something really important that the kid is that Anna. I mean, she's named Anna in almost all of them.
Yeah, just not this one. This one, she's Ellie.
This one, Ellie. So I'm gonna say Anna, which is unfortunate because the mom is named Ellen in most of them. So
it's confusing.
Yeah, it is a little confusing. But the Annas always have like some really big event right on the day the switch happens that mom has to step up and do. But it's never the same event. In 70s, she has two events actually, one right after the other. It's the big field hockey game when she's the star player, and then the Aquacennial where she has to do an insane water acrobatics routine on a lake.
Right after playing field hockey?
That lasts fully 15 minutes of the movie, and it's amazing. And then, like, she gets picked up by a hang glider and is, like, 100 miles above the earth. And then...
Yeah, this is way wilder than I expected it.
Yeah, very good. The 90s one is more mundane, but almost weirder. It's a diving competition.
Oh.
But, like, it's so... Everybody really cares about the diving team in the 90s one. And the mom's coworkers all come to the diving competition. And by the time they get there, they all know that the body swap has happened, but it's never seen when they explain it to them.
They know?
They know.
Is that the only one that has people outside the core group know?
The 70s and the 90s ones, they are both actively trying to attempt to convince people that this has happened. It's only in 2003 when they introduce
keeping it secret.
We have to keep this secret. And honestly, having started with 70s, 90s, go 3, it's like, why are they trying to keep it secret? They don't really explain it in the 03 version. It's like, the 70s and 90s version actually make a little bit more sense because they spend a lot of the movie. The 90s version is almost entirely about trying to convince Dad that this is happening and he won't believe them. The 70s version, they try for a while and then just kind of give up. But the 70s version, how they deal with it is very funny. Is the mom tries to convince all of Anna's friends that she's her mom stuck in her kid's body, and they just think she's doing a bit where they're pretending to be their mom. So then everyone in the friend group starts doing it. Everyone pretends to be their moms all day because they think she's just doing a really funny bit. And that's
to be fair, that is a pretty funny bit.
It's great. Yeah, the diving competition. Then 2003 is the rock concert, and then of course now with this one, which is. I mean, I didn't think it could get weirder than the 70s one, but this one is probably weirder.
It probably is objectively weirder.
They use it as a plot point to get to the solution, though.
Yeah, but it's like the least impactful one, because like nobody's really relying on Anna to Ellie to like do anything big. She's not a core part of like the events. It's not like the team's gonna lose. I mean, I guess her like 3-person team will lose, but like
But they're like not even 100% convinced of doing it.
yeah, they're not, and they're not really want to win. They just want to do it and have fun. Like
Yeah.
there's no winning aspect to it in this DCOM one. It's very low stakes.
It is very low stakes on
compared to
the kids' side.
I feel like that makes sense. Like a diving competition is probably really high stakes.
Very high stakes for the adult side on this one.
Oh my gosh, this one it's like we're gonna lose our house. It's like oh, that wasn't
There
happening.
There was house in the '90s one too.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah, but
gotcha.
And there's always a crush. Yeah, the things they keep similar is interesting. I was saying, the brother thing is the other thing I think I want to talk about as being different at all, though, is that the brother in '70s and '90s is exactly the same. So I thought that was going to be a through line, but they changed it in 2003. But '70s and '90s, the brother is like the sister hates the brother. Like Anna hates the brother, and the brother's name is Ben in the first two, and then they changed it after that.
Yeah, you can't hate it Ben though.
Yeah, they hate Ben because Ben is like so perfect. He's like a perfect little angel.
Mm-hmm.
He can do no wrong. He is just super neat, and the daughter's super messy. And she just hates him for being perfect. And then the emotional like churn in both the '70s and '90s ones, it's pretty much exactly the same. Is the brother like reveals that he really admires Anna, he thinks she's so cool, and he's even tried to be messy and he can't do it. He's like I can't help it's the way I am, and then so that's kind of the emotional turnaround. And then it was a very big shock to me when I started the '03 one and the brother is just a dickhead right away. It's right into Anna's room and just throwing things and honking air horns and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is a major departure.
I assume he's the worst brother.
Definitely,
because Fletcher isn't bad.
Fletcher's good.
Fletcher's more like the '70s, '90s.
Yeah, he just likes doing magic.
Yeah. I like, again, another reason why I like the DCOM one is I felt like Fletcher was the most fleshed out of all 5 brother characters.
Call him Fletcher.
Yeah. I will not call him Fletcher when line upon line. Yes. Okay, I think that's I think that's it for my notes on the other version.
As we can walk through the plot, if there's any interesting parallels, feel free to
chime in as we go through the movie.
What I wrote down about the stage musical, because I don't think you went and saw the stage musical. That'd have been impressive. Find like a bootleg of it.
Tickets for next week.
So yeah, the musical came out in 2016. Disney produced it. It was like a full-on Disney show. Disney, I believe, owns like the complete rights to Freaky Friday. I might be completely wrong about that.
That's a really quick turnaround to make a movie.
Yeah, I think it was something that they planned like decently early on in the process. Like they want to do a DCOM version of it. The film is a trimmed down version of the show. As you can expect, they basically turned it into a 1-act version, and then Disney started selling the 1-act version that matches with what this movie is.
Oh.
Like, so you can do a 1-act version of the show. The show ran from 2016 to 2017, so not a super long run there, but in November 2025 to January 2026, it had a run in the UK, and I think it's still being shipped a bit in Europe right now.
Cool.
So, I don't know how the logistics of everything, musicals, theater goes, but it's still being run at least a little bit. This was the lowest rated DCOM premiere of all time at the time it came out. Only 1.58 million people watched it live.
Wait, the lowest rated of all time?
At the time it came out.
Oh, at the time it came out. Okay.
Yes. It's since gotten worse. This is much more about the death of TV.
You're saying this started the death of TV?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Like, if it's not Netflix, it's 2018's Freaky Friday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Netflix was just a byproduct.
Coincidentally came out. Yes.
It was passed by the very next DCOM to be the new worst, which was Kim Possible.
Oh.
Kim Possible.
Yeah. Kim Possible 2019. The live action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Not the beloved
and finally, what I was going to mention, and I'm surprised you didn't mention, so it makes me worried that my factors might be wrong here.
There was so much to mention, so I forgot.
The dog in this movie is named Boris, after a character in the original book and film.
It's true. Well, I was going to bring it up when we got to that, but yes, it's true. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I have a fun fact that I'm surprised you didn't include, but the first song of the movie, at least the lyrics were written by Posey Suzeldorf, the actress who plays Ellie.
Yeah.
And we know that she's a songwriter. Yeah. So she worked on that first song.
All right, would you like to hear the Disney Plus description?
Yes.
This is all still intro?
We're after the description, we're gonna get into the movie.
Okay.
We just give a recap of the plot, basically, through the Disney Plus description.
In Disney's madcap musical comedy about a body-swapping mother and daughter, Ellie is a feisty 16-year-old trying to assert her independence. Catherine is a stressed mom who can't understand her stubborn teenager. There's a big confrontation when Catherine won't allow Ellie to join the hunt, an all-night scavenger quest. When they both angrily wish each other could see things her way, the power of an hourglass causes them to magically switch bodies. Now they must spend the day in each other's shoes while they hunt down the matching hourglass so they can change back to their true selves. I feel like this is the most emotionless description one of these is.
At least they said it was a musical.
Yeah.
No one can
Yeah.
be surprised.
This feels more like a ChatGPT description than like any other ones I feel like we get on here.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Are we ready to jump into the movie?
I'm ready.
Oh, I'm super ready to lemonade mouth into this movie.
Okay. All right, we fade in.
We fade in.
The rabbit on the roof.
No, first is the animated song
Oh, sure.
that she wrote. The actress she wrote. It's like a whole little thing.
That's the song she wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought
the
you
animated
meant the
music
first.
video.
No. The little
Okay.
intro. It goes, "What it's like to be me," and it's
Okay.
like a little animation of her like in an
It's a
hourglass
very random thing in
Yeah.
this movie.
for the opening credits. It's interesting. I don't know if like any other DCOM starts with a little animation. It's giving Grease. Have y'all seen Grease?
The vibe that I got was that they must all start with one of these.
Hey, you've seen High School Musical.
That's true.
Yeah, no, literally.
I thought that was the exception. This was the rule. They have to start with an animated.
Yeah, no, this is like
This is,
literally
like,
the only one.
intro. Okay.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, but now we go in. There's a rabbit on the roof of the house. How'd he get up there? I don't know.
They don't explain that. My take in this movie is this
Well, there's kind of a
rabbit.
running bit about the rabbit keeps
Yeah.
disappearing.
I think this rabbit is literally magic.
Okay, interesting.
It's a good thing. His name is
And I-
Presto.
I mean, I think you guys own animals. They do get in weird places, right?
To the roof. Yeah.
Maybe not the roof.
We go to Ellie's room. Her room is in the attic, which is kind of fun. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, one thing I was going to say about the animated intro song is
yeah.
they do make fun of Ellie a few times throughout the movie for looking like a guy, but I definitely thought, is this movie about a guy? 'Cause the animated figure for Ellie is quite androgynous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Ellie's in her room with her two friends, just in bed, hanging out.
This is before school.
Before
you ever
school.
go to like your friend's house before school?
Yeah, that was definitely a little contrived, but I forgave it because they did the same thing in the 70s version. So, all right.
I'm
fair
sorry,
enough.
is it like 6 a.m. right now?
Yeah.
Like, I would not go over to my friend's house that early.
Well, they do the same thing actually in the 2025 remake as well. She goes surfing before school.
Oh, you're right. Freakier Friday.
Freakier Friday.
Yeah.
So
Well,
this is 3 out of 5 start with this.
I believe surfers are cracked though, and like go out
That's fair.
really early
That's fair.
times.
They're built different.
Yeah. Okay. So they're refreshing a page about the hunt because they just got to stay on top of what's going on, right? Monica's worried about the hunt in case they have to do embarrassing things like dance, and she's scared of dancing.
This will come back.
This is
Yeah.
gonna come
This is
back.
this is already the most like character that any of Anna's friends have ever gotten.
Ever.
In
And
any
you know what's
iteration.
crazy? I didn't even put these people in the factos because they still don't matter in this
Yeah.
movie.
Barely.
But even in the 2003 version, we don't get to know
No.
Anna's friends
No.
at all. This is the most character. I actually really liked it. I think throughout the movie, Anna's friends have a lot of character.
Yeah,
I think
they actually do.
have a lot of personality, and
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. And then, okay, I loved this line. Ellie goes, "This is our year. We're sophomores." Like,
Which is the
oh yeah.
funniest one. Like out of the
I was
4 years it
confused for
could
a
be.
second, yeah.
Yeah.
the sophomore.
But she
There
just-
it's actually
she
very-
justifies
She
it.
does
She
justify.
does. She does. She says, "We're going to fly under the radar. No one's going to suspect us because we're sophomores, and then we'll win the hunt."
Because we have a year of experience, maybe.
Yeah, we like,
Well, no, this is the first year they're doing it, so
No.
that's true.
okay.
I don't know. But she's
This
saying,
is
like,
our year.
no one's going to suspect us. We're sophomores. This is our year. I'm like, you go, Ellie.
Next 2 years, might as well write them off. We're not gonna go.
Yeah,
senior year.
fuck the seniors. What are they? What they think this is their time? No. Parl is like, "Are you sure you're not just like super into the hunt right now because Adam's the master this year?"
Drop all this exposition.
Oh my God. And then Fletcher comes in to do a magic trick, which is like pulling a scarf out of his mouth, and he makes the most disgusting little noises.
I actually wrote down the sound as well because it was hilarious because they like dubbed over him like barking up he's clearly not his mouth isn't moving at all. It's the sound. The sound is completely. I was like, oh no, this movie's gonna be bad. And that was like the only thing I know, the really weird dubbing thing I noticed. But
He goes, "The power of magic," and Ellie goes, "Ew, get off the planet, nerd."
That's a good one.
I think he goes like, "I'm not a nerd." And then
Well, Fletcher, you are. Learn to live with it.
yeah, and he leaves, and he in the background like takes the hourglass. But Ellie goes back to her friends, like, "All right, friends, bracelets up. We can do this." And they hold up their bracelets. This is an important friendship thing that
I feel like the longer version of the stage show probably has some more dramatic stuff about these friendship bracelets. Where here it's such a like plot.
I mean, I hope not. I thought they did not need to have any more bracelets. That's fine.
They have a lot of bracelets.
If there was, then the movie made the right choice by cutting.
I think it felt to me like they found out, that wasn't necessary, actually.
Yeah. And they also mentioned that Ellie hasn't asked her mom yet if they can even do the hunt. They're like so prepared to do the hunt, and she hasn't even asked.
And the hunt
and it's tomorrow.
Tonight. The hunt's tonight. It's like overnight.
It is tonight. Yeah, you're right.
And her mom's rehearsal dinner
is tonight.
And
the wedding's tomorrow.
Oh, right.
Like, is she just... Is her true plan just to, like, sneak out?
No, she asks this morning.
Yeah.
She's just been really scared to do it. Maybe I don't know why she thinks waiting last minute will be better. It really won't. You gotta, like, do it over time and warm her up to the idea.
Yeah.
But she doesn't...
I mean, it's classic. It's not unrealistic. It's classic teenager move, I think.
Yeah.
Procrastinate to the last second.
All right, downstairs, Mom is making a very pretty breakfast, which is actually just like oranges cut up. I think it's for her wedding.
Right. Yeah, she's a caterer. So she's a caterer.
This is one that makes a lot of sense, actually. Like, when you're seeing all the prep stuff, not only is she hosting her own wedding,
she's catering
but she's catering it, and then she's got all the cooking skills of being a caterer.
Are people just going to eat oranges?
That's one course. I presume there's more.
And here's your orange.
The idea is this is like an extremely fancy.
Yeah, I mean, it looked great. I think it deserved to be on the cover of whatever magazine.
Yeah.
You have the name of the magazine written down?
No.
Fancy Living. No, I don't. That's what's one.
Okay. What was it? Oh, Mike comes in, her fiance, brings her coffee. They're all cute. Boris is the dog. He barks, but Mom's like, "Stop it, Boris." And he always listens to Mom. And she's very busy catering her own wedding. And she has like this conspiracy board where she's like putting the string.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That never comes up again. But yeah.
No, but that's how she's organizing it. Like she's solving a crime.
So this is just a true crime.
I think it just shows that she's put a lot of work into it.
Yes.
That's the visual, cue. She's been working very, very hard on this.
We see Fletcher playing with the hourglass, trying to make it disappear, but doesn't. And then Tori, the assistant, comes in.
The hourglass is a ridiculous prop. It's very Disney.
Huge.
It's very funny.
It's very
It's huge.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you have two of these?
There was two.
It's the biggest family heirloom I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's ginormous.
I think they could have made it smaller.
I feel like it's kind of a weird gift, but maybe it's like our love is eternal or something.
We also don't know how the dad died. Maybe this is something they saw coming for a while. And because of that, he's like, "Hey, every time you flip this hourglass, you can think of me for this long, but then you have to forget me for."
Then you have to forget me. Maybe
that's what happened with my dad when he
stop.
My dad drowned in sand.
It's actually really insensitive that he gave me that. Tori comes in with the whole chef squad. Like, there's like 10
Yes,
chefs.
I was gonna bring this up for sure. There's like fully 40 people at her house this morning, including, her friends, like Anna's Ellen's friends upstairs.
Yeah.
This house is fucking so full. There's so many people.
It's probably fire hazard.
Or planned a wedding, but do you have the caterers over to your house at any point?
If you own your own catering business, probably.
I also don't forget this is the same day she's having a big interview
and rehearsal dinner.
But that's not at the house. Like
the rehearsal dinner's at the house, and the interview people do come to her house.
Start at the house.
Yeah.
The rehearsal dinner's at the house. That's true. Okay,
yeah.
All right.
So I
guess this makes some sense.
I think the idea behind it is like she wants to be able to show everything off to the magazine people because that's like her big ticket right now.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really think because then The wedding's not at the house though.
No,
No.
there is a different venue for the wedding.
So I was very confused because I guess they don't reveal that the wedding rehearsal's at the house until the wedding rehearsal. So I was confused as to why the caterers were there. I guess it makes sense now.
It's something that, like, yeah, it feels like a plot hole, but it actually is explained.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah. And they're probably just like, and they're practicing for the wedding, and it's like, it's her, and it's her it's her business. So I think that's why Okay. So mom wants Ellie to come down for breakfast. So she goes up to her room. She gives her sandwiches for lunch and starts like picking up. And she's like, "Oh, Monica, I love that jacket on you. See, she looks nice. You could do that." Burn on your own daughter in front of her friends.
Yeah. That's how you get a good reputation as a mom.
Yeah.
Insult your daughter.
Yeah.
Tell her she looks ugly. The friends leave. They don't stay for breakfast.
She's washed. She's like, "You're wearing the same clothes as yesterday."
Literally, though.
Smell bad.
Yeah, the friends leave. Boris comes in and again only listens to mom. That's like a minor thing.
Yeah.
Boris knows when they switch bodies. He's the one that can tell. Mom tries to pin Ellie's hair back, but she's like, "No, I want my hair in my face." And she hates how messy the room is.
Ellie's hair is such a vibe.
That like short little kind of buzz with the swoop.
Making very sure it's covering her eye.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Mom's like, "Can you pick up your room?" And Ellie's like, "Can you keep the little weirdo out of my room?" And she's like, "Don't call him that. That sweet, sweet little weirdo adores you."
Yeah. Does that make him not a weirdo?
That's pretty funny. Don't call him that. That weirdo.
Little weirdo. And then she points out, she's like, "Those are the same clothes you wore yesterday." And my question is Ellie depressed, or is this just a normal teenager thing?
She's like lazy, yeah.
Just lazy.
I mean, this is like, I think this is the only version that like one of the daughter's defining traits isn't that she also eats like shit. I think that they made that very clear in every other version, is that she's like, Anna's always like very sugary, snack addicted. This is the only one that doesn't have that character trait.
I think her mom,
so this could be a substitute for that.
Her mom like feeds her catering stuff, so I think she can't. Right. Except the one thing I will say that they kind of do is that when she's in her mom's body, she grabs the donuts and the soda.
It's true. That's true.
Yeah. But that's not like really pointed out.
Yeah. It's like she also gives her lunch away like every day.
She does.
I mean, the 70s thing, it's like almost her whole reason she wants to be an adult is just so she can eat trash all day, and that's what she does. That's a lot of the movie is her eating like
the 70s movies is chips. Crazy.
That's a major plot point. So I was like, oh, they got rid of her big junk food addiction.
Yeah. Her mom says, "Please change," and of course Ellie comes out with, "I wish you'd change."
These are very stilted lines to be able to get it to be like, "Oh, do you think they're saying the thing?"
Yeah. And then it's now a musical. Everyone's going, "What the fuck?
Yeah,
this is a musical."
The animated song, you could just believe that being an opening credits scene. This is where it really is.
This is where the general public audiences
they flip off.
They started realizing this wasn't Lindsay Lohan.
Especially, it's so musical theater, which I love.
I would say this is actually probably my favorite song in the production.
It is.
Just
Me
One Day?
too. Yeah. Just One Day I think is fantastic.
It's
because it's very musical. Like, it's very stage. Which
I liked all the music. This wasn't my favorite one, but I liked all of it, and I did like this one.
Yeah. It's like Just One Day.
This is a question I had for you guys as DCOM experts, but like I thought all the music in this movie was actually fantastic. I thought it was all like very good music. Mm-hmm. Is that generally the case for the musical DCOMs, or is
I'll let Kelsey.
I'm a little bit of the expert on this.
Yeah.
I would say generally, yes, I like the music, and like there's gonna be the stinkers, like
High School Musical 3.
Stop! No, the music in High School Musical 3 is good.
No, okay.
He's alive.
Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure.
Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure is
horrible.
I don't love all the camp rock music, but I like some of it. But I think
it's a mixed bag, but usually good.
Usually, I would say good because, like, I think High School Musical is really solid. Some of the more recent musical franchises, like Descendants and Zombies, I think those have some really good music. Cheetah Girls is like the classic girl group 2000s like musical franchise that they did, and that was fantastic. So I think in general I do really like the music.
It was like I was like pleasantly surprised because I think my impression of like DCOMs is of just like made for TV movies is like I thought they were all gonna be kind of bad and like not a lot of effort, and I was like, this is not the case. Like this music is very clearly a lot of thought went into this music. A lot of
This is-
musicality went into this music.
Yeah.
I was very impressed.
This is different, of course, because it's based off the musical, so it's taking the songs from the musical,
Oh,
the stage show.
It's a little different.
That's fair.
This is the most like Broadway it gets because it is based on a stage.
This is
musical.
by far
That's a
the
good
most
point.
stage-feeling
Yeah.
soundtrack. And it's not potentially my favorite soundtrack, but it's maybe the most consistent
Yeah.
out of them all. Like I don't think it's a Lemonade Mouth quality, but that's just maybe
Yeah.
a genre bias of mine.
Lemonade Mouth's just full of pop music that's like generically good. So this is just a very different feel than some of the other DCOMs. But I say like I have a playlist on Spotify that has all the DCOM music, and I will put it on and listen to most of the songs. So
The other thing I'll say about Just One Day is it's very interesting that the theme is all just one day. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. There's no threat of the body swap. We know exactly how long it's going to. This is what I think at the time. It turns out it's not the case. But like at the time, I'm thinking, this is interesting. They're telling us exactly how long the body swap is going to be. They keep saying it's just one day.
mhm.
So whatever magic is listening is presumably going to, take that into account. So there's interesting. It's the first time I feel like there's no threat of the swap being permanent. So that's like
Not until the end.
Not until the
no.
not
end.
yeah, but I don't know that yet. So
Yeah.
I thought when I was listening to this, I'm like, that's interesting. There's no threat of the swap being permanent, which really lowers the stakes quite a bit.
Yeah, that's true. Most of the movie, they're like, we'll switch back. We'll get there. Like they don't,
All they think they need to do is just grab the other hourglass and swap back.
which is logical.
Yeah, but then I think we'll get there, but I think when they find out that this might be permanent, really like took the stakes higher than they were in any other movies, since they started out like
so confident that it was like,
yeah,
we got to get through this moment. We'll get through.
Yeah, they literally think like we just have to get through today and it'll be okay. Just one day, blah 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 blah. So Ellie's part of the song is saying that she's like, I just want one day to be myself without my mom nagging me, basically. And the mom's like, I just want a day where my family is happy and not fighting, kind of, and everything's falling in line. And I love all the choreography and just kind of like the chaotic nature of it. And they all start like singing on top of each other in like an organized chaos way.
It's very interesting because especially like often even in non-musical scenes, there's people like doing parkour or just like jumping in a very stage-coded way.
Yeah.
It feels like you're watching a stage production in the way it's directed
Mm-hmm.
and choreographed.
Yeah.
And like this one as well, where it's not really...
I just got the sense that like people who are cast in DCOM movies like don't know how to move any other way.
They definitely hired professional dancers for this one, and they don't always do that.
This song, what I like about this choreography is so much like there's chaos going on. The caterers are all moving around. There's so many moving pieces.
Yeah,
it's like motion and rhythm moving together, but it's not dancing necessarily.
Yeah, I thought the choreography was
I really like
very,
it.
very good. Yeah.
I like the part. This is how I always remember Tori's name because I know the song and she goes, "No, Brino, thank you, Tori. And in fact, that is a story." I'm like, that's her name. Her name is Tori because it's in that song.
Who's Tori?
Tori's the assistant.
Oh, the assistant.
No,
Oh,
Brino,
yes.
thank you, Tori. And in fact, that is a story. Yeah. Ellie in the song is also like tired of her mom criticizing her, and then she gets pissed. She sees that Fletcher has the hourglass, and she's like, "Give it back! Dad gave that to me. Like it's not a toy." And then the mom has another verse where she's like, "Oh, like there's so much potential in Ellie. She's so bright, but like she just has such a bad attitude right now, and I just like want her to realize her potential, basically, and I want her happiness." And then and it ends with everyone singing at the same time, and I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
So then they eat breakfast. Ellie asks Mom about the hunt tonight, and she's like, "No, the rehearsal dinner's tonight." And she's like, "I really want to do the hunt." And the mom's like, "No, I know about the hunt. It's all night and it's dangerous. No, like the magazine is going to be at the rehearsal dinner tonight. We need to show that it's possible that you can plan your own wedding, and I need the whole family rested." So the answer is no. And Ellie goes,
pretty strict.
She said no.
No.
Ellie goes, "That's it? Just no?" And then Fletcher goes, "Where's Presto? Where's my rabbit?" And Ellie's like, "No one cares about your rabbit." And Mike's like, "I care about the rabbit. Hold on here. Let me step in."
This is my first point. I'm going to make a stand on.
Yeah.
I care about the rabbit.
I care about the rabbit. And Ellie goes, "Mike, can you stop pretending you're our dad? Because you're not."
Yeah.
And Mom goes, "Apologize." And Ellie looks at her and goes, "No."
I felt, I gotta say, I felt the drama of
It
this
was
scene. It was
very
impactful.
drama.
It was impactful.
It was a very defiant no.
Yeah.
And then Fletcher sees Presso's like,
This scene was actually very well acted, I thought, from everybody.
And then Fletcher just goes like, oh, there you are, Presso. He's just up on a shelf.
Yeah.
He was on the roof earlier. So Mike takes Fletcher to school so that Ellie and her mom can fight upstairs. Ellie leaves and says, I hate you. And then runs upstairs.
Big I hate you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Big I hate you.
Dropping it early. We're 10 minutes into this film.
The I hate you felt more extreme than in 03 when Anna says, I'm going to kill myself. That's how well she delivered the I hate you.
Yeah, it's very serious here.
Yeah.
So they go upstairs and Ellie's holding the hourglass. This is important because that's how they're gonna switch. And the mom's like, what did you just say to me? She said that I hate you. I hate your attitude. She's like, great comeback.
Good one.
Good one, Mom. And then they start singing again. So everyone who hates musicals is like, Jesus Christ. But I love it.
You have to like music.
It's just one day reprise, right? Or
they're doing just one day. They're like,
just one day reprise, yeah.
Da, 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 da. Like, this is my point of view. And they're like, you don't understand what I go through, kind of vibe of like, my life is hard. Oh, you think your life is hard? And like, if you just had one day in my shoes, and that's why they switch. They like both grab the hourglass. And the musical trick that I love that they do is that one of them is singing a high note and the other singing a low note. And when they switch bodies, they switch what note
I
they're
didn't notice
It's a really fun
I
motif.
love it.
Okay.
It's amazing.
And a spoiler alert, it happens in the inverse way when they
switch
back.
I feel like
back.
I sort of noticed that one. I didn't
Yeah.
notice the first time, though.
It's great. And so, yeah, they're holding the hourglass and it magically switches them, their bodies. And obviously they look at each other, they freak out, and they drop the hourglass and it breaks.
Yeah, they had to get it out of the story some way, and then they later on just go poof.
Yeah, it just moves. So then they do just the classic, like, it's me, it's Mom, I'm in your body. And she's like, no, you're not.
That's what every
Talk to
Freaky
me.
Friday
Yeah,
kind of
this is-
this.
Oh my God, you
Well-
are my mother.
This is really interesting. As the Freaky Fridays go on in years, they get more and more time to adjust to the change. So this is the one where they get the most. They get to have pretty much a full conversation about it before anything has to happen. Like an interviewer comes and talks to them for a little bit, but then they keep talking after the interviewer leaves.
Mm-hmm.
In 2003, they wake up in the morning
Yeah.
having swap bodies, and they get to talk for a while in the morning. 2009, in the 90s, going back, they swap bodies. They've gotten up in the morning. It wasn't overnight, but it's as they get in their cars on their way to work and to school.
Oh.
Neither of them are driving. They both have rides, but it's as the cars start and go in opposite directions, that's when the body swap happens.
Whoa.
It's interesting. So they don't get to talk to each other at all. They have to figure out what's going on their own.
That's scary.
And then a lot of the movies, them trying to talk to each other, trying
Yeah.
to find each other and talk to each other, and they keep missing each other and stuff.
Oh, that's a really interesting way to do it.
And the 70s version, both of them are mid-conversation with another character when the swap happens. They figure it out mid-hot swap conversation, and the person they're talking with is like, what the fuck is going on? That's really interesting.
That's
And the way they figure it out is Anna's about to eat an ice cream, and Ellen is about to smoke a cigarette, and then they swap. And they both spit out whatever they're doing because the mom hates sweets in the 70s.
Oh my God.
She hates the ice cream, and obviously Anna doesn't like the cigarette.
That's awesome.
But they're both mid-conversation what happens. So I'm like, it's interesting that they have more and more time to figure it out. I almost liked, like, in the 70s and 90s when they had to figure it out on their own. It was really fun. But it was a lot of, they had to rely a lot on internal monologues. They had to do a lot of voiceover narration and going through their internal thoughts because they couldn't.
And that really fell out of fashion a lot more in modern filmmaking techniques, and also just the way this plot wanted to go. Probably they had the song "Regardless," which comes on right after this.
Yeah.
They got a lot of different aspects of where they're immediately going into school with a game plan for certain stuff.
Yeah.
This one especially, they're like that, and I think just the 2003 scene was really popular of them just commenting on each other's bodies.
That they realized there's a lot of comedy potential in that.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they're like in 2003 and onward, they're able to like make a plan. Whereas in the 1970s, they just got fly on the seat of their pants and figure out what they're doing. Yeah.
It's interesting in this one. There is no inner monologue where you hear the other's voice in their heads.
Yeah, because they don't need to, because they can just say it out
Yeah,
loud to the
that's
other
true.
person. Yeah.
Well, even like when they're separated.
But it's
like,
something that, like, if you remember, this is from a stage musical. That's much harder to do
Yeah.
monologue on a stage musical. It's possible, but
Yeah.
it feels way tackier.
Yeah. Yeah, so they do a lot of like, oh my gosh, look at my body. Ellie says, I look like a sad, sad little boy. Well, it's the mom in Ellie's body. I look like a sad, sad little boy.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I look so old.
Yeah,
like,
Ellie has a lot of things to say.
Yeah.
Catherine.
Yeah, a lot to say. She's like, look how long your tongue is. And she's like sticking
Looks
out
like
her
a
tongue.
realtor.
Yeah.
Which I think that comes back, actually. Later.
Yeah, her friend later says, like, you're just like a realtor.
I have horsey teeth. This
Yeah.
is what I remember.
Horsey teeth. Yep. It's really just like the actress just like making fun of herself. Very
It's like
nice.
really pulling.
Yeah, pulling the skin.
Pulling her skin. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked Jamie Lee Curtis. I liked her when she's like, I look like
It's tough to talk.
her. Yeah, it's tough.
Curtis. Yeah.
She's incredible.
Yeah. Okay, so they're like, we got to figure out how to switch back. And okay, how should I do this? Should I say, when I say Ellie, do we know that it's mom's body? How are we going to do this?
Do you want to talk about the body or the soul?
The soul.
Yeah, let's talk about the soul.
So when I say Ellie, it's mom's body.
Yeah.
When I say mom, it's Ellie's body. Or Catherine.
Or mom.
Yeah. Okay.
You can say
Just
mom.
yeah, mom.
Let's go mom and Ellie.
Mom and Ellie, and they're swapped bodies. Okay. So they see the hourglass, and Ellie's like, we totally just broke a magic hourglass. And mom's like, I highly doubt it's magic. And then it disappears. She's like, I can admit when I'm wrong.
That is funny.
I mean, that's one of my favorite lines
That's
that's
funny.
out there. It's just like, yeah, you know what?
I can admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah. So Ellie's like, oh my gosh, wait, there were two. Like dad gave one to each of
I
us.
think they needed to get out of the plot. I think
it was broken
it's a
anyway.
good joke. Yeah, it's a good joke.
I like that it confirmed to them that it is magic.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, there's two hourglasses, and mom's like, oh, I don't know, it's in storage. And Ellie's like, what's going on? Like, I can help you find it. It's like, no. And she admits, I sold it.
Mm.
And Ellie's like, what?
You
Like-
sold one of my dad's two magical hourglasses. We only had two of them.
It's pretty brutal that like it was a set, and she decided she was just gonna sell hers. Why not just give them
They don't
both
look
to Ellie?
like a set, though.
They also don't.
They're identical.
How much are people going to pay for it? I mean, she didn't know they were magic. People are going to pay for a big hourglass.
I don't know.
Mrs. Time sure seemed to know its value.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank God there was an antique timepiece shop that bought it.
One of the
Yeah.
33 antiques.
Why she didn't sell to that. She's always just vintage antiques.
Vintage antiques, and then it never sold from vintage antiques. It went to another vintage shop
Right.
once it closed down. So nobody was buying it.
Right.
I don't know. So yeah, she's like, I sold it. Ellie's like, what, you want to forget him? Like he was never here? And she's like, no, I just needed to let go of something. So I sold it to the antique store. And, whatever.
Yeah.
Then the magazine comes, right? Magazine and photographer person
Mhm.
knock on the door and Tori's there. And like they open the door for them after Catherine like insists that they have to, and they're talking to Catherine, but we know it's Ellie, and it's just all very awkward and confusing for them. I didn't really write too much about it. It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
what's going on? And so Ellie, it's Catherine and Ellie's body ushers them out. I was like, go show them the yard. I'll talk to you in a minute. And mom tells Ellie, like, hey, I took out a second mortgage on our house to open my catering business. And this magazine article is either going to make or break me. And if it doesn't go well, then we're going to lose our house.
Okay, bye.
So you need to go and talk to them and be nice.
Yeah.
And Ellie's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She
Six
doesn't.
or set. Okay.
Yeah, she
I
doesn't.
like this house.
I like living here. So far, being adults is super unfun.
It's early to learn that lesson. I gotta say, it's the first time that somebody said that so early.
Yeah.
This is already not having fun. It just started. She hasn't even gotten to do any of the fun stuff yet.
Yeah, and Ellie's like, okay, well, I can't miss school because if I have another unexcused absence, I'm going to fail 10th grade.
Which,
Yeah.
Also pretty high stakes. But here's my point. why not just call her in as absent?
It's that unexcused absence,
Just
not
make it
excused.
excused.
Yeah,
Just-
but I think I think that's fair. But I think also they have been talking about, and then they start to talk about oh, you think I just couldn't do it?
Yeah.
I think pride kind of takes over too. It's just
Yeah, that does. Yeah, so now they get into I can be you easy.
You could be somewhat right on the depression angle for Ellie.
She skips school
She's
a
skipping.
lot.
That's a lot of skipping
when she's
class.
bored, when she's bored, she skips, right?
Yeah, that's what they
say.
say. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they start singing, I got this.
I really like this
got
song.
this. This is fun.
I thought it was a great song.
And they're basically just saying I can pretend to be you, and they're making digs at each other.
This is out of all the versions also the most delusional that the mom has ever been about how it's gonna go. She's so confident.
She's very confident.
She really does just fully believe this is going to be the easiest day.
All the moms think it's gonna be pretty easy,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like this mom, it's like Catherine never went to high school. She's like high school is the greatest. Everybody loves high school.
Yeah. Learning.
Doesn't everybody love learning? It's like you didn't go to you didn't go to high school that long ago, lady.
And she must just be really academic because her career is in food, which isn't something you learn in high school. So she didn't continue studying math or reading, or she went into culinary arts. So it's kind of fun. She's like, yeah, I'm so excited to go back to high school and do math.
She seems to not have a concept of bullying at all. This is. It's who? She's the most delusional mom out of all.
Maybe
movies.
she doesn't know anything.
The 90s mom is has heard about the bully and she's about the kids bully, and she's like, well, I can handle bullies. Okay, I handle with tougher people than her every day. I can handle her. And that's a realistic take. In 2003, Jamie Lee Curtis is you just have to communicate with your bullies, and then
she's a therapist. She's I can solve anything
through talking. They're at least acknowledging that there are problems, but they think that they have the solutions. They mistakenly think they have the solutions. Catherine thinks there are no problems. She's like, school's awesome.
I think Ellie just doesn't talk to her about it. I think she's just she doesn't know all these problems, which really is. It's really just Savannah.
She doesn't get how important the hunt is.
The hunt is the big
how
thing.
How does she not know how big the hunt is?
The hunt, and then this about the Savannah thing. I feel like Catherine all day just provokes Savannah, and if you just stop talking to her, maybe she'd leave you alone. I don't know if this is what it's every day for Ellie. Maybe it is. Maybe Savannah just is a monster, but I don't know why she's so targeted on Ellie.
Yeah, I don't know. She's. I mean, sometimes it's just. I'm not going to try to dive into the mindset of high school girls because that seems tricky.
Yeah. So mom gets to school as Ellie, and she's like, a community of learners. How hard can it be? And she's so excited, and she goes in.
Actually, I have to say, Kelsey kind of just sounded like a mom a little bit there. You should just stop provoking her.
Stop provoking her. Okay, so. This is so dumb, but I noticed when she enters school, she puts her umbrella in a giant basket of umbrellas, and apparently everybody just keeps their umbrellas at the door all together. How do you know? How are you going to find your umbrella, though?
I can't say with authority that that's not a thing somewhere. Maybe
in a high school, people are going to steal each other's umbrellas.
Yes. I feel like in Japan they probably do that though.
That's a great call.
In Japan, I don't know. I don't trust.
I don't know.
I would keep my umbrella in my locker.
Does that. I don't know.
I feel like.
Oh wait! Also, before they leave, I just want to throw in quickly. I think when Mike comes in to give Catherine a kiss, I think this is this part. I might be skipping ahead in my notes here, but I think Mike tries to give Catherine a kiss, and she has to, or tries to give Ellie a kiss, and Ellie has to dodge it, and give an excuse, and she says, "I had an onion for lunch." Which is my favorite excuse so far.
That's good.
Out of all of them. I ate an onion for lunch. I think that might have been.
That might be later. Yeah.
Is that later? Okay.
That's probably later.
Yeah, I don't think they've had lunch yet.
Yeah, that's probably later. Okay, so we're at school. Mom is Ellie. She sees her friends, and the friends are like, wear your bracelets. Because as they were leaving, Ellie puts on the bracelets in her mom's body.
Right.
Which
I don't know why neither of them clocked that. Yeah.
I don't know. Ellie's like, no, these are mine. I'm gonna wear them.
Maybe it's just muscle memory.
Yeah, it probably was. Because it was also a little gag where she kept not grabbing the purse. She wanted her backpack because in her mind she's still Ellie.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's a good gag in in the 90s one too, where she has a small handbag and she puts it on like a backpack. This is pretty funny.
That's cute. Carl says like Savannah's trying to get people to drop out of the hunt. She's like intimidating them.
So yeah, I like how
Yeah.
Savannah's plan is not to just be the best hunt person. It's just
Yeah.
bully people enough so that you're the only person
Yes.
playing.
We should try that quiz bowl next
It'd be
year.
pretty good.
We should just intimidate people. And then Savannah comes in and taunts Ellie about trying to win the hunt, and she gets her own verse of I
got this reprise banger. So
it's
good.
incredible.
I love it.
Yeah, if you listen to it on like Spotify, it just flows right into Savannah's, which is nice that you get to hear
Which
like the
you
whole
do,
thing.
100%.
Yeah, I've listened to it a lot. I like it when she calls herself the top banana.
Yeah, that's a good line. Good line.
It's a good rhyme with
Top
Savannah.
That's
That's
a
probably the
good-
reason she's named Savannah.
Good classic Broadway lyrics. It's great. I love the song. Vox Humana as well.
Yeah.
Yes, and I love the little background dancer go, oh, she's Savannah. Like, it's very cute.
That's so good. It's so cheesy. I love it.
It's really cute.
It's really good.
Okay, so mom.
I think this is my favorite bully too character out of all the movies.
Oh
I
yeah,
think she's the most interesting bully.
we really don't know her motivation. She just wants to win the hunt. I
Yeah.
think that's it. And
The other
she
bully,
hates
I mean,
Ellie.
it's kind of a low marks. I mean, two of them I think don't have bullies at all. One of them has like. I mean, the bully in the 03 one is maybe the worst one.
She sucks.
We never learned anything about her.
They used to be friends.
They used to be friends. We don't know what happened, and we don't know why she won't forgive her. None of it's explained, and there's nowhere. And then, like Jamie Lee Curtis erases all our test answers, and we never find out what happens with that.
Nope.
So that's actually the worst bully character.
A missing plot.
Yeah, they just never did that at all. So this is like far better than that, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I wish I knew why she hated Ellie so much.
I guess that's fair.
I really don't know. I mean, we know she's intimidating a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the point. She's like, oh, this girl wants to be in the hunt. I gotta get her to drop out.
I feel like, yeah, it's just a purely offensive move. It's not like, it's not actually bullying. It's just purely just strategy.
And then Catherine just won't stop talking to her. Just like trying to avoid Savannah for the love of God.
She wants to be friends with Savannah so bad to prove that it is possible, I think.
Maybe.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Mom
So
does. Yeah.
so mom is at the
Sorry,
locker.
actually, the '90s bully is the best one. I just remember it's Rachel, who's like super mean. She rules the school through fear, and the mom is able to talk to her about how it actually does get through to her, which is very
nice.
good. Yeah, about how you can rule through kindness, I guess.
Nice. Okay, so mom's at the locker as Ellie. She doesn't know the code, and then the gym teacher just like appears as the bell rings and confiscates her phone. And I like the part where she calls the teacher by her first name.
Yes.
And the teacher's like, "What the fuck,
Miss Myers?
Miss Myers to you?"
Also, a very good joke here when she's like, the bell rings. She's like, you know what that sound means? And mom goes, that the bell is working. Good line.
Good one.
That's a good joke.
Yeah. So her phone gets confiscated.
Phone's just not weird enough, I think, compared to like 2003, right?
She is a little weird though.
She's a little weird. She could be
I
weirder.
mean, I'm thinking about just something like the swaps coaches, which is the other
Oh
body
my
swap
God.
DCOM. Way
Yeah.
crazier, way weirder.
So-
I agree.
They can make the coach weirder.
Yeah, in the swap, which that DCOM, it's a boy and a girl that switch, so it's like a little different. But the coach for
Do they fall in love?
no, but they did in real life. Actually, the actors did, so it's really cute.
Together.
Yeah, but okay, so the girl in that movie is into rhythmic gymnastics, and so her coach, they like really need to win the competition, otherwise they're going to be demoted to like just a club instead of an official sport at the school.
Lose funding.
And
Okay.
she has beef with the badminton coach because they're in the same situation.
Oh,
so the
that's
whole
funny.
movie, her and the badminton coach just hate each other,
That's
and it's hilarious. Okay, so then Adam comes up, best character of the movie, Adam.
Yeah.
He's like, "What's for lunch?" And Ellie's like, "I totally know who you are." It's not Ellie, it's mom. "I totally know your name." And he's like, "Yeah, unless you give your lunch to another Adam." Like, okay. And so mom's learning, like, oh, she gives her lunch away every day. And Adam's like, "Yeah, your mom's sandwiches like are the best." And so she gives him the sandwich, and he's like, "Oh, sick. Do you mind if I just start eating it right now?" And she's like, "It's not lunch, but okay." And he just starts eating it. And he's like, "Oh, it's so good." And he compliments her hair because it's like pinned up and not in her face anymore. He's like, "Yeah, I like your hair. I like your face. I mean, I like that I can see your face." He's just so cute.
It's great.
He says he's stoked for the hunt, and she goes, "Does no one care about their grades or standardized scores?"
Because I'm sure it was all the rage when Mom was in high school too. It was that everybody.
I think the mom just didn't have a good time in high school, but thought she did.
It's the same sort of plot beats from the 90s, but it sort of made sense then. I think because I think school was really different, like for people of that generation from their parents. Whereas, like I think in 2018, the school experience has not changed that much since our generation. I think. I mean,
but then she goes, "I'm messing with you, haha." Seriously though, explain the obsession with the hunt. And Adam's like, "Well, it's epic. Like, it's amazing. Like my brother."
Cool.
He says my brother was a legendary list master, so I feel like I have to like kind of live up to that hype because now I'm the list master. And he says, "This year I want to make it about community and bringing people together."
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's surprisingly mature," which is like, from Adam's point of view, he's like, "Why would you?" That's
depending on how you say that, that could be a good pickup line though. Like, a girl says that to you, she's like, surprisingly mature. That could be kind of flirty, playful. Like that could work.
Yeah,
it's a DCOM line that you can see used in other situations. Like, this is a terrible example, bring up, but in Zapped, like she's always like, "That's surprisingly mature" when he's reading To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh my god. Yeah. True.
But
I mean, a lot more I could say about that, but we do not have the time.
It's a classic story beat in all the Freaky Fridays that the mom like realizes, the girl's love interest is somewhat mature. I mean, she usually doesn't say it verbatim like that, but that's usually what she realizes, and it's a staple through all of them that the dialogue. The mom has to keep saying mom-like dialogue because that's the humor of the movie, and just nobody has to ever catch it. I mean, everybody just has to not catch on that she's talking like somebody who's 30, 40. So
for sure.
it's very, very classic. But we're talking about Adam. I'm just gonna jump in here and say, like, I'm mostly this podcast about bits, but I'm gonna say one serious thing here, which is like I really found it very nice that there was like an Asian main love interest. I was surprised when he came on screen and it was the love interest. I am Asian, and I there is like more Asian representation in like movies, but almost never as a love interest, and really never where that's not the main gimmick of the movie, like Crazy Rich Asians or like other I think movies like that. I had another example, but I forgot. But I like feel like one of the main like stereotypes about Asian people in movies throughout the decades and even continuing to now is like kind of sexless and like not having a lot of not being sexually desirable. I think so. I like found it. I was like really touched that the love interest was Asian and it was like not big deal. It's just very like I presume like I know DCOMs are like very 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 diverse, but like I think like Asian characters are usually like kind of even when they're included in like modern day movies are usually assigned to like funny side characters or like or really nerdy, basically funny or nerdy, basically
like the friend character, the love interest,
or even if a main character, then like not always like super like desirable, like they're really cute, they're really hot. Shang-Chi's my other example, like, but it's like about a lot of that is about being Chinese. So like this was like he's like Asian is not
he's
big deal,
Asian in a story that him not being Asian, you don't have to change any of the plot, and it is refreshing to see. Something like that.
Well, I really can't think of like any other examples, to be honest.
No, I'm really glad you brought it up because I also wanted to bring it up. It's something I've always really liked about this movie is that casting and just how refreshing it is not to have a stereotypical cute white boy as the love interest, like especially for DCOM, and DCOMs have gotten a lot better with their diverse casting and this came out in 2018, but I think he's just such a great cast. Like he's so sweet and cute, and it's so refreshing to just see like a normal person
role in this movie within your part of that's how it's written, part of that's how he acts it, and part of it's just like everything coming together to just make this, like, again, an adorable boy that seems really nice and, like, smart, but also just very down-to-earth, very
and, like, just
wholesome. And it feels good to see that type of connection. And, again, not having to dig into it as a race thing, but also having that representation that was good.
And it's just, like, it's so refreshing that he's just like a normal person that realistically a girl would have a crush on.
Yeah.
Like, you know, instead of just like, oh, he's so hot and like muscular. Like, no, he's a normal person.
It's the kind of thing that I would have liked to see, I think, growing up. Because like I saw Asians on screen growing up. Like I was like I grew up in a time when the diversity on screen was like more normal. But like never as like they were just never like sexy. They were never like cute or like somebody that somebody would want dates, and that like definitely affected like how I saw myself. So like I was like, this is great. I was like trying to think of other examples where I've ever seen this. I'm like the only thing I can think of is like Manny Jacinto in The Good Place.
And he's in Freakier Friday.
And then I finished this movie and then started Freakier Friday. I was like, oh my god, there's two movies. Oh my god.
And this
is the greatest franchise ever.
The whole time we were watching Freakier Friday, I'm just like, he's so hot.
Like, I mean, Manny Jacinto is doing so much work for the Asian hot community.
So hot all the time. And like, seeing him, because I've only ever seen him in The Good Place outside of Freakier Friday. He's so dumb in that one.
He plays such a like theoretically unattractive character. For having a very attractive body, and like they comment on that.
I'm not ashamed to admit I've gone to the barber and shown them a picture of me. Just like, can you make my hair like this?
No, it's great. I also just the casting of Adam. He has such a great singing voice, and I love it. Like he does.
Well, I mean, everybody. If we're gonna talk about singing, but everybody in this movie is so good.
That's
so
true.
Goddamn good at singing.
Yeah, it's great.
Like, they must have. I was like, this is when I remember this based on Broadway. I'm like, they must have cast like all Broadway people for this because like
at least like they got the original mom, which is cool.
Yeah, everybody's singing voices is pretty incredible.
Yeah. Okay, so mom goes the wrong way to class, and I was like, that's the wrong way, and she's like, I'm messing with you again. And this is the part I don't know why we always quote this
for some reason
when it's like, oh, we got so many inside jokes, arugula, and that's like the one quote that we take away from this movie. We're like, oh, haha, arugula. Like,
it's because it's just an awkward laugh of it's like trying to keep the like flirt
bit going. It's like
arugula.
So many inside jokes. Okay, we get like a 2-second scene at home of Ellie kicking off her heels as her mom and putting on sneakers like what? And Tori's like, we gotta go to the meeting with the journalist and the photographer. They're at the wedding venue now, so we gotta go. And Ellie's like, I get to drive, and she grabs the donuts and the soda instead of her purse. So that's what she's gonna do. But now it's time for biology class. Back to mom as Ellie. Adam is also here, and also Ellie's friends, and also Savannah.
Every kid that exists as a character is in this biology.
Everyone's in biology class. Yeah.
Everyone's in every class that they're in.
Actually, well, since we quickly brushed by driving, this is a good time to mention the other biggest difference between the different versions, which is in 70s, 90s, and the book, Anna is 13 years old. And in 2003, 2018, and 2025, she is like in 16. High school, 17, 18, 16, 17, basically. So, and in the 70s and 90s, they like age accurately cast. They didn't have. In 2003, I feel like it's really jarring. Like, it's all like 25-year-olds. I feel like. I guess Lindsay Lohan is like 17, but like they all look like they're in their 20s.
Chad Michael Murray.
And his character is in his 20s, so I guess it's.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I forgot he's like older than her. That's the point.
Yeah. Everybody, that was the most jarring jump going from 90s to 2003. It's like, oh my god, everybody looks about 10 years older because it's about 13and it's like pretty accurate and. Driving is like a huge plot point in both the
and they can't do it.
They can't drive. They have no idea how to drive.
Yeah.
And then if the mom needs to drive, her legs are too short. So driving is a huge issue for everyone in the 70s and 90s.
Awesome.
So I was like, after that, I was like, it's really interesting with 13-year-olds. I think like it's very different to have it be about high schoolers versus being about 13-year-olds because 13-year-olds like really they're very different. They act very differently. So the mom the actresses who are playing the moms pretending to be 13-year-olds like are I think their physicality is very different because they're being like 13-year-olds.
Yeah, it's different to be middle school.
Really different than like high schoolers. So I think that like it gives almost a totally different tone to those two movies versus
you change a lot personality wise and like just behavior wise.
So 17-year-olds are basically young adults. I feel like the change is not as drastic as in the 70s, 90s ones when it's like they're literally like 13
turning into kids.
They're like shoving chocolate in their faces. Yeah. They don't know how to drive. They don't know how to cook anything.
Yeah, everyone's so cringe in middle school that like
it's
totally different vibe.
Yeah.
Okay. So mom shows up to biology with everyone there. Carla and Monica ask about the hunt, and she's like, "Oh yeah, the answer is no, because my mom is under real pressure today. Tonight's the rehearsal dinner and the
Trying to
magazines.
justify
Yeah,
herself. Yeah.
yeah." She's like, "Rehearsal dinner and magazine stuff. Like the answer's no. Also, the hunt scares me to death." And Carl's like, "Nothing scares you, not even coming in second place." And Savannah's like,
Did somebody say second place?
"Well, my mother says that second place is just another way to say loser."
Yeah.
And mom goes, "Oh, honey, I went on a meditation retreat with your mother, and she would say no such thing.
Yeah.
Namaste."
Which is, for one thing,
Overall, this scene is she is not trying as hard as the other since to try to conceal her identity from start to end.
number one, this is like interesting for a mom to say to like a kid. Number two, it's a really funny insult if you just take it as the kid says, "I went on a meditation retreat with your mom," and let me tell you, she would say no such thing. Like it's
Namaste.
close to like a "I fucked your mom" joke that you could get in a DCOM.
It's just, yeah.
True.
I mean, and Savannah's look of bewilderment is perfect. Fuck are you talking about?
And so
She has no idea what to say. She just gives the most bewildered look and then just turns around to her table because she does not know what to say in response to that. Fair.
Yeah, fair. Like, you did what with him? Okay, so the teacher comes in and says, "No pop quiz today. We're gonna dissect frogs instead." And Savannah comes over to taunt Ellie in quotes because she's squeamish. And mom's like, "You know what? Today I'm feeling pretty comfortable with a knife."
casual stab threat.
Yeah.
Savannah's like, "What are you gonna do? Stab me?"
So they start dissecting, and the mom's really good at it because she's like,
Mom's really good at it.
she's
Yeah.
a chef, so she knows how to cut
Oh,
animals.
I didn't put that together. I thought
Yeah.
it's just because she'd done that class before or something.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
No, and
Using her chef skills.
yeah. And so Adam touches her hand and is like, "That was great." And she's like, "Oh, thanks." And they're like, "Oh, sorry."
We have this
Oh.
weird accent moment.
Okay, we have a lot to get into about biology, but let me just say
Biology.
it's interesting that like throughout the years, the mom has gotten more and more competent in the classes. Because in the 70s, she goes to 2 classes and fails in both of them,
Mhm.
gets like straight F. 90s, she goes to 2 classes, fails one, but nails the other one.
Mm.
In 03, she goes to, I believe, she's good at the math test or whatever. I mean, she
Yeah,
ends up
there's the
getting
math
framed
test.
for cheating, but she's good at it. And then here it's just like straight A, fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I don't know why they've chosen. I think the
Yeah.
plot's more interesting when she's bad at doing the school thing.
It makes more sense. I think it's because they wanted to do the biology thing, and then like she's bad at the gym class. I won't be surprised if
She's not that bad in gym.
No, she's not that bad.
She was okay, and also she should have been great at it because she's in a young body and she does dance as a old person. So there's no
Yeah.
reason she would be bad at gym.
Yeah.
I just think more of the expanse of. I wouldn't be surprised if she's worse at a full school day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you expand it out to the full play.
I think it's more interesting to show her failing at something and be like, oh, it is hard for both sides. But like she kind of again, I said this right at the top, but like she seems to just nail being a kid again.
Yeah. One of my critiques on this film overall is just again like
the imbalance.
The imbalance feels extra imbalanced in this version.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about biology.
All right, so biology. Yeah, the song started. So I really picked up on the chef thing because I listened to the song a lot, and the song starts with her being like a master of anatomy, whatever, an expert chef who wields an expert knife. So she's like, I know exactly what I'm doing, but then she's like, but then he looks at me and all my knowledge goes away. And that's kind of the lyrics of the song. She's like, I'm feeling these weird teenage hormones and it's weird. And so she goes, oh, biology, what have you done to me? And it's like her biology of a teenager is messing with her.
The only one of these I can assume based on what you were saying earlier that really like goes to question the physiology of this.
Yeah.
Whereas like, yeah, how does the like literal hormones change based on nature versus nurture?
Yeah, there's definitely. I think this is the only time hormones are,
which is
into question.
Interesting. Like, I like debating it, like thinking about the concept. But again, it's something where I think it passes the bar, but to some people, this song doesn't pass the bar, and they're like, this is creepy as hell.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because I think this plot point of her starting to develop feelings or just like hormonic feelings for Adam is never brought up again, so it's totally
No.
unnecessary. And other than that, this is the least problematic version of any of them.
True.
Because
nothing happens.
Because nothing happens with Anna in her mom's body with Ellie and when she's in her mom's body with Adam. They only talk about Ellie's crush.
Right, and she like hugs him once, but that's it. Like,
Yeah.
when they first meet, like
all the other ones are way more. 2003, I feel like is worse.
Michael Murray is fully into Jamie Lee Curtis.
he's in love with Jamie Lee Curtis, and then Lindsay Lohan, who is
trying to get married.
Lindsay Lohan, who is like as the mom, like kisses him.
Yeah.
Which is like, ugh.
Yeah, I think like if people have an issue with this, I think 03 is actually way worse.
It's way worse. It actually is.
So I think
it's just something again where if you take this song out of context and unfavorably pick out lyrics,
I guess
you can paint this movie in a poor light.
Yeah, it's definitely an oh no song though.
That's the thing.
It is. That's the thing. Like
that's why it works to me. It passes the bar for me.
The point of the song is that like she doesn't want to be in this situation and she feels weird about it. She says, "My over 40 soul is in a teen cliche." Yeah. That's one of the lyrics, and she's just like, I don't like this. Like, get me out of here kind of vibe. I like the dancing.
Yeah,
there's all the Friends lines in here, like when Anna sings and the Friends.
It is weird that like Adam is singing romantically, I guess, but he doesn't know.
And he's been shown to have these feelings basically for a long time. It's not a new development,
right?
Yeah, but I guess it is sort of weird that he is more attracted to her mind, how good she is with biology, but that is mom. So I guess that's a problem.
Yeah, this time he starts his verse with like, "She's so confident and cocky. It's a total transformation." He's like, whoa, like she's so cool today. Yeah, she's different today.
Yeah. But all the movies have had that for sure.
Yeah.
It's just, I guess, supposed to be funny.
Yeah. Okay. I love it.
Adam clearly already liked her.
So. Oh yeah. I love the bridge. So when the friends come in and they go, "What is up with Elle today? She seems kind of great."
Yeah.
But like she's great today. She's killing it. And the other friend goes, "She's always great, but yeah, it's nuts."
Yeah.
Make sure to cover that.
At biology. That's science.
Savannah's like, "That girl is on my nerves today." And it's like, what is happening? But my favorite part of the song is when Adam goes, "I never knew that Ellie Blake was such a science whiz." Like, it's so cute. He goes, "She's smart, of course, that much I knew."
Is there a little subplot? I feel like maybe I was catching up on like some nonverbal stuff, but it's Savannah's like flunky maybe had a thing for Adam. Not Savannah, but like
I think she was kind of like looking at him once.
Yeah, Savannah's like flunky for unnamed flunky. I feel like had a thing for Adam.
And later she like waves at him.
Yeah, that comes up a few times. So it's never verbal.
Yeah, never verbal. He only likes Ellie, so it's cool. They whip out their iPads with the hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And
good. It's
very non-anatomical hearts in this biology class.
And I will end this with my mandatory kazoo cover of one of the songs because it's a musical. This is what I do for our musical episode.
You're saying the mom whips out a kazoo.
Mom whips out a kazoo. With the iPads, they all have kazoos, and they also perform the last verse of the song.
It's always in universe.
I missed that part.
Thank you.
The plot of this changes after the song, as you mentioned, but all the friends being like, "She's really cool and interesting today," and cool, really reminds me of what we talked so much for hours on The Other Me, of when he clones himself and the clone becomes more popular than him, about how that actually would fuck you up.
Fuck you up so hard, actually. When your mom does your life better than you, it's gotta fuck you up a little bit. Okay, yeah. So they finish the song. The bell rings and they'll just leave. And the little lackey that doesn't have a name goes, "Everyone, get out of the way! Savannah's coming through."
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so then we're at the wedding reception venue. Ellie sucks at driving, and she's a donut in her mouth. But they don't really address it. They're just like, oh, she kind of swerves a little bit.
Right, because she's a sophomore, so she
I think
She's probably
she's
on
permit
lessons.
is what I think she's at.
Probably. If not her late. No, she probably just has a
I think
permit.
she's 15. No,
She's a sophomore, so she's turning 16 at some point.
I'm gonna say 15 until proven otherwise.
All right.
that's better when they're 13. They just have no concept of
No
of
concept
driving a car. I mean, in 70 she just throws it in reverse through the neighbor's fucking yard into the pool. She knocks 5 people into the pool.
That's awesome.
Great stuff.
Yeah. So they're like, the rehearsal dinner's tonight at your house, and the wedding reception and ceremony are here tomorrow. And Ellie just does a really bad job. She's super nonchalant about everything. She's gross. She like burps and just drinks her soda.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't really care. Tori is freaking out. She's
Yeah,
like,
you'd
what is
think-
happening?
She has been told that her house is riding on this
Yeah,
interview. You'd
and
think she would have.
She really did. She took it seriously for like 3 seconds and then was like, "Nah, I'm not dealing."
Yeah, she
I was
really
like,
doesn't care.
Yeah. I'm an adult now. I can drink. I can eat donuts.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They ask her, what inspired you to do everything yourself for your wedding? And she says, I'm a control freak. Dig on her mom. And then Mike comes in, and Ellie just kind of like punches him, like, oh, hey, buddy. Hey, pal. It's
Yeah.
very awkward.
I think this is the first time we really get to see the actress for the mom really get to do the teenage acting. And
Yeah.
I think the actress of the mother's body
Hmm.
is fantastic.
I like even how
I feel
she like
does a really good job.
even how she walks.
Yeah,
She's like
you can really
slumpy.
tell.
Yeah, she's doing a good job.
She's like been a teenager before, I swear to God.
I think maybe. They make an old person reference of some like old dancers. I looked it up and I didn't get the reference either.
Oh, the Rogers and the Stair reference. I put
Yeah.
that down because this is a gag that happens in every movie, but this one doesn't work because they actually are way too old for even the mom to really know who they are. It would be totally like reasonable for her to not to know who Rogers and Stair are because they're from the 30s.
Oh my god.
Like that. This is the first time the reference doesn't really work because they went a little bit too old with it.
Yeah, I did not
Yeah.
get it. I looked it up. I'm like, nope. I had no
They
idea.
went a little bit too old. That would have been too old for the 50s version, for the 70s,
70s
for the
version.
70s version. Like, it's already 40 years out of date in the
Yeah.
70s.
But like it's only weird. It probably is an inside joke for them. But so it's
I
weird that
guess.
she's like, I don't know who that is when Mike's like, we talk about this all the time.
Yeah, I guess it's
It's just not. It's not. I'm too young to get this. It's just like, why do we know this?
Yeah.
but it's like a classic gag is that they
Yeah.
always name like a celebrity that
Yeah.
that the mom would know.
Yeah. So they mentioned they've been doing dance lessons and they're like, well, we should show them. And she's like, no, we don't have music. And Mike's like, yes,
Yeah,
we do.
Mike does not pick up
Mike
on any of the
knows that
hints that his soon-to-be wife is like, I don't want to actually do this right now. And she says on multiple different occasions, like, please don't make me do this. And he's like, we're doing it.
We're doing it right now. And he starts like just twirling her around. And it kind of works for a little bit.
Love the dance. This is really funny. It's
Love
Yeah.
how she just lets
It's
her
real comedy.
drag and he's
Yeah.
moving her.
It's a step. I guess it is now.
And she gets dipped and she's like, oh my God, my back. And I like it when she's like, tells him like, stop. And then she dabs.
I love it.
It's pretty
I
cool.
thought it was so funny.
It's good.
So great. I love a good physical comedy. It's just good. It's her dancing is so funny.
And then she dances right into the cake and splatters it all over Tori's face.
Oh no.
This is a classic DCOM goop, which is the thing that happens in DCOMs where the joke
you
is
get gooped.
you're messy, you're
At
goopy.
one point, I tried to keep track of all of these, and then I lost count, and it's hard to get back.
This was one of the more unrealistic goofs, I have to imagine. Because it's not really how cakes goop at all. It's
So, like,
a little bit.
Your arm just flailed in that. You didn't see that
Their
coming.
cake being ruined is ultimately what bombs the interview. TikTok said later.
Well, it's like, where are we going to take a picture of? There's no cake. That's what you take. That's the cover photo. You
Hello?
ruined it.
And
Yeah.
I'm just like, number one, is she also catering the cake? I guess so.
She made they say
Makes sense.
she made the cake.
Yeah.
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 And there's a little dork guy who has to run and get the cake.
Yeah.
He has to be told twice.
Tori's like, go get the cake right
But he's
now.
rolling it out, and she's spinning like it felt
Like, bro,
so
have some
unoriginal.
facial. I blame that guy, but have some facial awareness.
I feel like that guy owes them a house.
That's so true.
Yeah.
At least the
Actually,
cake.
can they sue him
Yeah.
for this?
Honestly, you might. Probably not.
But he was told to get the cake.
Yeah.
So I feel like they don't have a case, actually. Okay, so
There's
they're
there's a dab, and then
yeah, then they move on.
Just like life. There's a nay, there's a dab, then you move on.
now let's all right, and we're gonna cut in a video of Kelsey doing the dance as well to follow up the kazoo thing. Viewer, you can enjoy that right now.
Right now, I will dab.
This is a YouTube exclusive.
Yeah.
I will dab and kazoo the song at the same time, for sure.
Kelsey's gonna cut this part
I
out.
caught the
No one will
DCOM
even
duo
ever
on
know.
YouTube for the special exclusive bonus clip.
At lunch at school now, mom is stoked about her young body. She does a cartwheel. It's like I feel fantastic. She like catches a baseball. She's like,
This is such a nothing scene.
it is. And then she goes up to Savannah. This is what I'm like, girl, leave Savannah alone. But she goes up to Savannah and she's like, Savannah, it's obvious you're at the top of the social hierarchy here. Kudos. But your mean girl shtick, it's infantile. I'm here to tell you that there is life beyond high school.
I mean, I'd pour a coffee on that bitch.
He goes, wow, that's really deep. You know what else is beyond high school? Spills coffee. The dry cleaner.
It's not even a great
Slay.
It works though.
Yeah, no, it's not the best line.
She kind of slayed though, and she also like good on her for not spilling all of her coffee because she still gets to drink it.
Yeah,
Still
that's someone with experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, deserved. Moving on.
Moving on. Ellie and Tori get home. Tori is still covered in cake. She did not wipe any of the cake off.
I didn't think about that. That's a good point. I didn't process
She
it.
sat in the car the whole time with the cake on.
They're probably in silence.
Silence the whole time because then Tori walks in and she goes, it's probably all my fault. And Ellie goes, I wasn't going to say anything, but yeah.
Ellie's funny.
And then Boris licks the cake off and she's like, Boris, stop. Boris, stop doing that. And he doesn't listen.
I didn't really catch on to it. Now it makes sense that you mentioned that the mom was able to control it. I didn't understand why Boris was such a key part in this scene because I didn't catch on to that.
Honestly, it feels like something that's just an undeveloped like plot point because they don't really. It's just a hidden thing.
I missed
Maybe
that.
if like if somebody was like, huh, that's weird, why isn't he listening to you? And they like maybe trying to figure it out, but that doesn't happen.
No.
She's just like,
They presumed the audience was smart enough, and unfortunately, I was not.
yeah, she starts yelling with the dog, and she says stuff like,
that Disney Channel original movies are a little bit too highbrow for me. Some of the symbolism goes over my head.
There's some avant-garde shit.
Yeah.
Let's tell you.
That's good, but that's why we have this podcast. Okay, we're getting into the nitty gritty.
yeah. And then there's a short little scene where mom, as Ellie, is in the bathroom cleaning the coffee that did not stain her shirt.
That's clearly not actually on a like, outfit at all.
Yeah. It's a very dark outfit anyway, so it's like, that's probably not even going to be noticeable. But she sees a belly button ring that Ellie got without her permission. So she's like, we're grounded.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty
good.
At home,
That's in the 2003 version as well, right? I think something.
yeah,
Something like that.
something like that. At home, Ellie tries to find an outfit for the parent-teacher conference. I don't know why she needs to change her outfit.
She wants to look good.
Maybe if she got cake on her.
She's in like a perfectly fine
I know.
outfit to go to the parent-teacher conference.
No, the scene was so weird. And she's
She
like,
doesn't really put on like an Ellie outfit either.
No.
She just puts on like sweatpants and well, maybe that's an Ellie.
That's more
outfit, but
Ellie.
it's not really what Ellie has been wearing.
no, it's just like the closest thing she can get to an Ellie outfit from her mom's wardrobe. It's just like a hoodie and a t-shirt and sweatpants. I don't know.
Not as dramatic as 2003 when Jamie Lee Curtis gets the whole makeover and ear piercing and all this. This is one of the quibbles again is that I feel Ellie never gets to have any adult fun.
Really, no,
Yeah.
she doesn't.
Yeah, there's too much serious stuff going on. It's pretty imbalanced.
Yeah.
She doesn't get to go shopping. Or
Yeah.
anything, yeah.
So she shows up to school and meets up, and they meet up to do the parent-teacher conference, and Adam walks up in slow motion. Like, oh my God, there he is. There's Adam. And Ellie's like freaking out, right? She's like, there's my crush.
Yeah.
Adam compliments the sandwiches, like, oh yeah, this is my mom, like whatever. He's like, oh yeah, you make the amazing sandwiches, and they hug. And Ellie, as the mom, holds on a little too long.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is weird, okay.
This is also the only version where mom is not trying to prevent the relationship.
He's a nice kid.
The scene is nothing because everybody's totally fine with by this point. Mom's like, I like this kid, you like this kid, let's get it on. It's great.
Yeah.
All the other ones, like mom doesn't approve of the relationship and is like actively trying to get in the way and sabotage it and stuff.
Gotcha.
So there's no tension in this scene. It's missing that, but like, I mean, how can they not like Adam?
Yeah, he's so sweet.
You can tell right away. He's great. So
yeah. So he leaves like, okay, catch you later. And mom goes, do you like him? And Ellie goes, would you shut it? And then they both go like they gasp.
She gasped at her own statement.
And then they get interrupted before they can address what just happened by the teachers. They get called in for the conference. And okay, so this parent-teacher conference is like the principal and the English teacher and the Spanish teacher.
Yeah,
and
as you do.
It's so weird.
It's not like a conference. I think is this conference literally for? Hey, you missed 11.
I think that's what it is. Like you missed like
but
10.
You're very smart, so just show up and we wouldn't have a fucking problem. Fair enough.
The way the English teacher and the Spanish teacher are hunched over like on the desk, like it's so serious. Like they're leaning down. They're standing on either side of the principal who's sitting. It's just like so dramatic the way they're like.
There has been a student-teacher conference in every single version.
Yeah.
It's a good way to get the parent and the kid back together.
No, but this is the only one where the kid gets to come to it. Every other one, it's always the parent.
In 03, it's for the little brother.
Yes, in the 90s, it's also for the little brother.
Okay.
Interesting.
So in the 70s, in this one, it's for the girl. It's for Anna.
Gotcha.
But this is the only one where the kid is invited to the conference. Normally, it's just a meeting with the parent.
That makes sense. Yeah.
This is the only one that's a little bit unusual.
Yeah. So Ellie, as her mom, is like, "Oh yeah, Ellie's a great kid." But mom, as Ellie's being like, "I could do better." Like,
it's a fun dynamic in these type of interviews where the person who's getting in trouble is like, yes, I deserve the trouble.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, it's fine.
She's good. She's a good kid. They mentioned she skipped 11 days of class, and mom, as Ellie's like, I am so disappointed in myself and angry at myself. And the English teacher's like, yes, but she's very bright and special. And it seems like she grew more challenged 5 years ago, which is so specific for a teacher to notice. Maybe there's just an obvious dip in grades.
But yeah, 5 years ago she wouldn't have been in high school.
Yeah.
So maybe she must be looking at transcripts.
Yeah. And she's like, oh yeah, that's the year the dad died. And so then this is where it gets just kind of really tense, where the mom she's saying like, oh, I didn't want to pressure you. I didn't want to be a helicopter parent. I mean, child. I thought like I would just let you handle it on your own, but maybe that was the wrong decision. And Ellie's just like, I don't want to talk about it right now. So she's like, okay, we don't talk about it. And mom, as Ellie just girl bosses her way out of the meeting, she's like, you know what? We've talked about it. We're good. I'll do better. Let's leave.
Classic.
And as they're leaving, Ellie turns around and to the Spanish teacher and says, your class sounds really boring.
It's like, bro, Spanish teacher is nice.
Top boring class.
It's not a boring class.
Unforgivable sin.
So
why is Spanish boring? That's interesting.
I don't know. Outside, Ellie thanks mom for listening to her, and she's like, "Of course." So how was the interview? And she's like, "Oh yeah, it was fine."
Yeah, it was fine.
It's like, okay.
She went, I can take fine.
Yeah, I can handle fine. And the mom
better than I expected.
And she's like, okay, well, why have you been skipping class? Why have you skipped 11 days of class? And also the belly button piercing? Like, what the heck? And I was like, I thought we were having a moment. Yeah, so then the gym teacher comes.
Didn't you hear how well I was doing in school?
Yeah, I was doing great. The gym teacher comes to take Ellie, in quotes, to gym.
This is what I was saying. This is what I was saying about the parent-teacher conference, is I think this kind of gets at the heart of the main issue I have in this movie, which is I don't know how Catherine was like what Ellie was frustrated about Catherine's mothering, because a lot of it is that she was a control freak, but then this parent teacher has the total opposite, is that she was didn't pay her enough attention, wasn't there or whatever. And also, we never really see either of those things at any point in the movie. It's just we're just being told about it.
We're being told not to.
And we've been told two different opposite things.
That's a really good point.
I think that's my Well, that's my biggest problem with the movie. I don't have a lot of problems with this movie, but I think that's my biggest
Yeah,
one.
so I guess what's happened, just speculation, is that she's a control freak for everything else, but they never really talk about the dad.
I guess.
And that's like the
That's
one thing that they don't talk about.
It becomes kind of taboo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to talk about it.
I think the other thing is like this. This is one of the two versions. This one in the '70s version. Weird thing that 2018 and '70s have in common. But these are the only two where the body swap happens on the first day. In '90s and '03, they get to do a full day as themselves. We get to know a lot more about the original
Yeah.
characters and about their normal dynamic relationship.
Yes.
When they swap so early, it's like I don't really know what the other
You're
way-
learning
Yeah.
what these characters are based on what they're doing different.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I like the 03. That's the only one I've seen where you do get to establish
Yeah.
this is what normal life looks like, and now they
It's
have to
nice.
swap.
I think it's a little bit better when in the versions where they have
Mhm.
a day to get to know.
I get
everything.
you want to get to the fun stuff right away, but there is a
Yeah.
reason.
And the '70s one,
You need
it's
to
fine
establish
because they're not diving into emotion. There's no emotional stuff. They're just having fun. So it's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. So then Ellie goes to pick up Fletcher from school, but it's their day to carpool, so there's two more kids in the car. And it's just a chaotic car ride. There's fart jokes. It is what it is.
Good stuff.
They go to the antique shop quick, and she sees that it's out of business. And there's a
It says
note.
on sign on there is like, if you want any of our souvenirs
Yeah,
or
very
antiques,
convenient.
you should go to the other 33 stores.
33
Which
stores.
is funny for multiple reasons. Because number one, 33.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes,
number-
Crosby. They got vintage antiques down the wazoo.
I mean, downtown Hopkins got like 4 of them.
Yeah, you walk down downtown hospital, like, oh, look, another vintage store.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But number 2, really funny to me that like this store is like, yeah, we just went out of business, but don't worry. If you're someone looking for a specific item that you want to get at this store,
I do love the confidence of the shop owner who just went out of business of like, but surely there's still someone out there who's looking for my antiques.
This plot is so the plot contrivance of the hourglass is so convoluted, and what's so funny is that this is the 5th version of this story, and we know that we don't need it because every other story doesn't have it. They added this in, and it doesn't make any sense. So that's great. That's a bold choice.
Yeah. Fletcher. By the way, Fletcher gets out of the car. He was in the middle of the other two boys.
it's great.
Oh.
Immediately
I didn't
climbs.
catch that.
That's
good.
a great.
Good catch, Kelsey.
Thank you. He immediately climbs over one of his friends to head outside for this ball. Anyway, Fletcher's
Why
like
are the other kids even there? What are they adding to this scene?
farts.
Okay,
Farts.
fair enough.
And
one of them locks the door.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
No, just to make it.
Unnamed annoying boys.
I think it's just to show Ellie that being an adult is hard.
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
And you're right. She never gets to have fun, which is really sad. But yeah, Fletcher's like, you can just go around and hunt for it. And she's like, that's so stupid. There's no way I can hunt for it by myself. Oh my God. The hunt. If I get Adam to add it to the list, it'll for sure be found.
It's a good plan, actually.
Yeah. Cool. So let me go to gym class.
Okay. There is a reason for the hunt, I guess.
Yeah.
They need it for the.
They do use it for the plot, which is nice.
This is actually so brilliant. If you're ever missing, this is a tip for the listener. If you're ever missing something, but you know, like it's in a vintage shop somewhere, like organize your own scavenger. Just get a bunch of idiots to like go check
Go
on.
These are the
find
life
it.
lessons you can find in Deeks.
Maybe you can do your like grocery shopping like this too. Like, oh, your first quest, like get a pineapple, like, get some cereal, like you get everyone to do your grocery shopping. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so Ellie and Mom are talking on the phone. She explains that the store is out of business, so she just needs to describe the hourglass to Adam and get him to put it on the list for the hunt. Right? Easy. And then Mom, as Ellie, like, okay, they hang up. She goes down to the friends, and the friends are like, did you just call your mom honey? Like, that's weird. And she's like, hey, good news. My mom changed her mind about the hunt, so we can do it. And gym class starts. And they're doing some kind of fitness test. It's like a military fitness test where they're like doing an obstacle course. It's like a survivor challenge.
It really is a survivor show.
this is what adults like remember gym class being. I
Yeah,
guess.
It's
There's
not
many
like that.
moments in DCOMs, and like again, this is a different one because it's a stage musical before it, but where it's so clear that it's like this is what someone vaguely remembers about high school.
It's fine. Everybody had a different gym experience, so you can just kind of make anything up, and people be like, "Well, that was somebody's gym class." Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a class where
Although this was a lot of expensive looking equipment.
Really?
Just one day of gym.
It looks very professional.
if you fail this, you aren't going to graduate. But also,
I mean,
like we
no
see
gym teacher
Ellie
spending hours
basically
setting up
fail
this.
this, and
Yeah, what? Okay,
No
that is so true. They set up stakes for this gym class, and then she doesn't even finish the course. She, like, it's halfway and just walks off. Coach doesn't say anything. Doesn't matter at all.
They all just chat. Like,
Yeah.
Everybody else on the sidelines is just chatting. And they set up really bizarre. They're like, you'll get fucking expelled. You're not going to college. We'll shoot your family if you don't make it. How many parents? And then there are. I mean, maybe the coach is just weird and everybody knows that, but it's not clear. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a musical number. Like, this is an important gym class.
No.
There's like a short music. But
she
not really.
races Savannah. And, okay, before. So it's like a race for some reason.
It's a one-on-one. It's a series of one-on-one races.
Yeah. So she's against Savannah, and before the race, she's like, "Hey, Savannah, you're really into the hunt. Maybe we should work together."
Yeah.
She's like, "Girl, you spent all day. Like, she dumped coffee on you. You've told her off multiple times. You threatened her with a knife, and now you're like, let's work together."
Yeah.
She's not. She doesn't like you. Just stop talking to her.
This is like, yeah. And okay, the test has some sort of like funny name though. It's like instead of the presidential fitness test, it's like the housing secretary's adequate fitness test.
That's pretty good.
And like,
that's pretty good. Yeah, so they do it, and then Savannah gets to the top first, and then like offers a hand, but then drops it, and that makes Mom completely drop all of her hands off of the.
She had full
net.
faith.
Yeah. And she falls, and Savannah's like, "I only work with winners," and she leaves.
Yeah, but she's not. Yeah, Mom isn't even upset. She just like kind of lies on the bottom and just kind of giggles a little bit, like.
And then she's about to lose every friend she.
Oh my god!
Here we go.
Immediately.
Why does this all happen in gym class? So bizarre.
It's crazy. Adam walks up. Apparently, Adam's here too, right? And she's like, "Oh, hey, Adam. So I heard about this hourglass, right? That's like in one of 33 stores. Yay big. It's really cool. One of a kind. I think you should put it on the list for the hunt."
She doesn't even sell that. She you're overselling how much she sells it. She doesn't say one of a kind. She's like, there's an hourglass. Yay big. Pink sand. Can we get it on the list? She doesn't explain like why at all, or like what would make this a good idea or cool or anything.
Adam's like, "Oh no, that's not how it works. Like, I'm in charge of the integrity of the list."
Respect.
Yeah. And he's super nice about it. He's like, "Oh no, I can't do that. Like, there's integrity here."
I'm like, I'm in charge. This is the part where I'm like, this guy's me.
Yeah, he says, "I'm in charge of the hunt's integrity," and Mom goes, "The hunt is a childish game," and she's like immediately like, "Wait, no, I didn't mean that." And Adam's like, "Don't bother. You're not who I thought you were."
Yeah, that's like such a dramatic.
Call me. Don't come by my house.
Like, that's crazy. Like, that's she said something slightly offensive.
Yeah.
Immediately apologized, and he's over her.
Like, you're not who I thought you were.
But that's an overreaction from Adam.
Way to go, mask off.
I'm gonna say it, Adam. That's a bit of an overreaction. But.
Everything falls apart immediately because then Carla and Monica come over and they're like, "You are being so weird right now. Like, what is going on with you?" And Mom's like, "I don't have any time to explain. I'm focused on getting this hourglass, so everything else has to wait." And the friends are like, "Your hourglass?" And she's like, "I mean, what's up?" And,
good cover.
And the friends are like, "No, it's cool. We get it." And they leave. Like, it's also over
they
for them.
Storm off.
Like, it's such a weird interaction because she's like, "No, I just want my hourglass." And it's like, wow. That's all you care about?
I think they're more offended that she was trying to woo Savannah to do the hunt with her, but like it's not said.
I think that must be what they were more upset about. That was my read of it.
Okay,
is they were upset about her trying to suck up to Savannah again because they questioned it the first time and then she does it again.
Yeah. Yeah, so like what? Yeah, because they're supposed to be doing this hunt for fun, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, "All I care about is getting this hourglass." So they're like, "Okay, weird."
Only down moment that Mom has.
Pretty much.
It's pretty much.
Ship just falls apart in the matter of
30 seconds. It's only one bad moment, but it is pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty rough 30 seconds.
It is pretty rough. Yeah, so Ellie and Fletcher are out walking Boris. Fletcher wants to know, like, when is Ellie going to get home? I like her, but I guess she hates me now. And Ellie's like, you shouldn't bother her with your magic tricks. And he's like, but it helps me with my crowd work. Like, I'm perfecting my magic act for Vegas. And Ellie's like, there's no way you're going to Vegas.
Don't want a crowd be someone who wants to see a magic trick, though.
But if you can wow someone who doesn't care,
Then you got a good
then you got it, right? Fletcher's like, but you said being a magician was a great
I love
career.
Fletcher. Fletcher's
Yeah,
great,
he's
too.
great. He's like, but Mom, you said it'd be a great career. And Ellie's like, I lied. And he goes, nah, parents don't lie. She says, yes, they do. And now she starts singing, Parents Lie.
Parents lie.
Parents lie. It's sad but true. And it starts out with like, there's no monsters under your bed, or maybe there are monsters, I don't know. Soda won't kill you. People sleep in church.
Your dog isn't actually.
Your dog's dead.
Your dog is
kind of casually.
Your dog is
I guess
dead.
a different dog.
And it's funny because like this scene is just they're somberly walking through a park, and Fletcher just keeps looking up like, huh?
Like, what? Okay.
I was so shocked at the direction this scene went, because every movie has this scene where Ellie or Anna is walking with her brother, and this is always their bonding moment. And I'm shocked at how this is going. It is going the complete opposite direction. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? I was so baffled because this is a story beat that's happening in every movie, and it's going in the complete opposite direction. So I was like, wow, this is so totally different.
Yeah, she like
I don't know how to feel
traumatizes
about
him.
that, but it's very different.
Yeah, she just traumatizes him instead. It just gets sadder and sadder. Like, it starts pretty tame of like, oh, the monsters, blah blah blah. But then she's like, parents will tell you that you're special when clearly you're not. And
This is usually after like the brother's like parent teacher conference where
Yeah.
she found out that her brother really likes her. And
no,
it's just
he
like,
straight up told her, I like Ellie, and she's like,
she's
whatever.
like, yeah, right. Yeah,
I
right.
don't care.
Yeah, right, loser.
I
Yeah,
like-
right, fart face. Your friend
Yeah.
just farted in my car, so I'm not having this today.
Yeah. But yeah, the song is just getting sadder and sadder. And I really like the emotional climax that it hits when she says, they'll hold you and tell you that they love and they care, but they lie when they tell you they'll always be there. And parents die, they tell you they won't, but they lie. So she's just like still so consumed in her grief about her dad, of like, they're not always going to be there. Sometimes they die.
Yeah.
And she's just like trying to deal with this.
Dealing with her own shit, just
Dumping it on
Fletcher, who does not deserve it.
No, in this scene and like kind of the following scenes, like Fletcher seems so much more mature than everyone else in his family.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, yeah.
Yeah. So they get home, Fletcher just cries and runs away. Like, yeah.
Reasonable response.
Yeah. And
he's got the ladder, like
that's true.
Yeah.
Ellie's like,
well, if you got the ladder, might as well use it.
Gotta test it out every once in a while.
Ellie's like, I'm just telling you what I wish someone told me. And I love that after all this, like the last things he was hearing was like, parents are going to tell you you're special or you're not, and also parents die. And he walks into his room and he's like, I am too going to Vegas. Like, I'm a magician.
Fuck yes, Fletcher.
You know what? She's wrong. I'm a magician. So yeah, I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna use my ladder that's off my balcony and leave Presto. At least he didn't throw Presto off the balcony. He threw a suitcase off the balcony.
Yeah.
He did not throw Presto off.
Just imagine.
And he goes and walks to a bus stop.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm gonna go to Vegas.
That's the way to do it, bro. He had a plan.
He really did.
Legend.
So later at home, it's the rehearsal dinner now. We're just in it. Ellie's avoiding people.
I didn't really put together this all one day. Yeah, okay. All right, let's keep going.
Just one day. Yeah.
So true.
Tori comes in and is like, oh, there you are. So I folded the napkins like this. I hope that's okay. And Ellie's like, Tori, relax. Who cares about napkins? And Tori says, I care. We care about napkins because that's who we are.
She takes her stand, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I love Tori. And Mom, as Ellie, is like, she is so sorry.
Yeah.
And Tori's like, I'm going to go check the tables, and then I quit.
Fucking boss. True.
And then, okay, this is another thing where it's like everything falls apart one after another.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Everything's falling apart. Ellie's friends come in and are like, this isn't okay. You've been super weird today. You've kissed up to Savannah. You act like we don't matter. Your mom is wearing our bracelets. That's super weird.
No offense.
No offense.
They're all like, not take it.
Like, we're going to do the hunt without you. And then they leave. And then Mike
Very realistic. I mean, this is almost the most realistic take on this story.
They're not saying we're not going to be friends anymore. They're just like, we're going to go do the hunt without you.
You're being awful today, and we're gonna distance for now.
Mhm.
Like maybe this is maybe the most realistic, like how
How
people
it would actually
react.
happen.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
good actually.
And now, and
I'm
Ellie
really
is-
the more we're talking about this movie, the more I'm really coming to appreciate it as maybe the best version of Freaky
Wow,
Friday. I don't know.
nice. And
It's
Ellie is
certainly the
watching
one that
this.
does feel the most legit.
Yeah.
The other ones might be funnier. In fact, I would say almost definitely are
Yeah.
funnier. But this one, again, it has much more of a heart
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
really you feel.
But I don't know. We're talking about. I'm like, there's a lot of funny parts. We're going over
There
a
are.
lot of funny bits.
And it's
Funny.
so this is where all the relationships are falling apart, but the two, Ellie and Catherine, get to watch each other's relationships fall apart. So like
Yeah.
Ellie just watched her friends just leave, right? And now Mike comes up and hugs who he thinks is Catherine, and Ellie's like, hands off, pansy, whatever, like get off of me. And he's like, are you okay? And she says, no, I'm not. I'm rethinking this whole wedding thing.
Yeah.
Oh. And Mike says, I need to be somewhere else right now. Totally fair.
It's like she really didn't learn anything with Fletcher. I mean, she just kind of did the same thing to Fletcher. And
Well, no,
does the same.
it's her getting revenge because
Right.
the mom says you did that on purpose, and Ellie's like, you messed my life up on purpose. So it's like, you mess with my friends, I'm going to tell your fiance I don't want to marry him.
Yeah, fair's fair. Your friends are going to go do this event that you still think you're explicitly not allowed to do, and I'm going to break up your engagement.
Mike,
Totally fair.
Mike, a very measured response. Just like, I gotta go be by myself a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. But then Mike immediately comes back because he found a note from Fletcher saying, "You may have lied to me, but that won't stop me from following my dreams. I will be a famous magician, whether you believe in me or not. Love, Fletcher."
The mom just hearing this has got to be thinking to herself, just like, you gotta be fucking kidding. What did you do, Ellie?
Yeah,
Ellie really fucked up
Yeah.
the whole day.
that's true.
So everyone goes out looking for Fletcher, which I guess it makes sense. At first I was like, why are there so many people? But they were all
Not
at
a
the rehearsal
rehearsal
dinner.
dinner, and this definitely takes precedence.
And they all have beautifully colored, like, pastel umbrellas.
Maybe that was the wedding favor.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They stole from the school.
They all like match each other.
You know, I didn't notice the umbrella motif running through this movie. I'll admit it.
So they're like asking Ellie questions because she's, in her
Oh, this is a
mom's
funny
body.
scene. I was like, the scene is like the story at this point is taking a very serious turn, but they
Yeah.
still found a way to make this scene, I think, very funny.
If you're thinking of the cop one, that's a little later.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, it's just Mike being like, "What was he wearing? Where does he like to go?" And Ellie's like, "I don't know these answers.
Right.
Like everyone's asking me." And he's like, "It's okay, we'll find him." So they all go out to look, and then we see Fletcher at the bus stop. And Adam just rolls up on his Vespa.
Yeah, he's just there taking a photo of the
Take a-
street sign
Oh,
for the
yeah.
hunt.
I'm assuming it's for the hunt. Yeah.
Might not be. He might just be a thoughtful kind of guy. Take pictures of cityscapes.
I love that he has a Vespa. Fletcher's like, "Oh, hey, you go to Pinewood Falls?" Because that's on his hoodie. And he goes, "That's where my sister goes. Do you know Ellie Blake?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "That's my sister.
She hates me.
She hates me."
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, that's my sister. That's where my sister goes. You know her? And he goes, yeah, that's my sister.
Yeah, that's my sister.
Also, he admits it, which goes, hey, little buddy, you running away? And he goes, yeah.
Yep, I'm running away. He goes, "She hates
I mean, that's exactly what I'd say. Like,
Yeah,
as Adam, I'd be like, "You're running away, bud." Like,
running away,
'cause I
buddy."
feel because I like that's how I would approach it. Like, I think Adam has the right approach because I think anyone who's running away generally it's because they feel like they're not being treated like an adult. So
Yeah.
if I want to connect with the kid, I would try to treat him like an adult. Would be
Yeah.
my first move.
No, he handles it
Very.
beautifully. Or he never says like, "You need to go home right now." He's just like,
I mean,
talks
this
to
is the
him.
right kid to be running the hunt.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
all I
yeah.
gotta say.
Yeah. So Fletcher's like, "She hates me," and Adam goes, "No way." And he's like, "Yeah, she called me a nerd." And Adam's like, "A nerd? That's what my brother used to call me when he was being nice to me. Are you running away from home because of your sister?" And Fletcher's like, "Yeah, and my mom. They're both being really weird today."
Fair enough.
"Where you going?" "Vegas." Like, he's so casual about it.
That's good.
And he's like, "By yourself? Don't you think they'll miss you?" And he's like, "No." And Adam's like, "I think you're wrong. My brother used to be really mean to me, but now that he's in college, I really miss him. I guarantee that right now your family probably really misses you. So can I take you home?" Like, he handles it so good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then the bus arrives, so you don't know what the answer is.
But also, do you think Adam's going to let this kid go on a
No.
bus
Yeah.
once he knows he's running away and he knows who his
He's
brother
Ellie's
is?
brother. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So now they're talking to the cops, and this is a funny scene. Mom.
I mean, you could always just put like Fletcher as one of the hunt objects, maybe.
He's going to Vegas. Yeah.
Going to Vegas, 100 points. That would be a good joke. They should pitch that. Like, oh my god, we can't have Fletcher. We got to put him on the hunt.
Yeah. Okay, so they're talking to the cops, and from the cops' perspective, it's the sister that's like, here's all the pictures,
Yeah.
here's what he was wearing, and they're like, I need to talk to your mom right now. And
What was he wearing?
Yeah.
Like a shirt, pants.
and
God, it's funny. I love that. Yeah, that's very funny.
yeah, but mom knows exactly what he was
Things
wearing.
taken by Child Protective Services.
Yeah, tell us about your son.
He's annoying.
He's annoying. Your son's annoying. Yeah.
Don't write that down.
Don't write it down.
Why did they even ask about? They said, "What's his personality like? How is that going to help?"
He obviously is like interacting with people.
It's a great joke.
It is a great joke, but it's like, how is that helpful for the cops at all? It's not.
You gotta get a profile.
Yeah, profile. Son is annoying, wearing shirts and hats.
Look out for an annoying boy with shirts.
Like, you're seeing him right here. Of course I know.
So then Fletcher comes in, and mom, as Ellie gets down on her knees to hug him, but he runs to the mom's body. He runs to Ellie because he's like, "That's my mom," right? And they hug, and they're like, "How did you get back?" And Adam walks in and goes, "Sup?"
Sup.
And they go, "Sup?" They never thank him.
No, thank you.
They just go, "Sup," and that's
just know
it.
that's Adam. Yeah.
So then they all go to the kitchen except for Ellie in the mom's body, and Adam.
Yeah, so it should have raised some red flags that mom doesn't want to reunite with her son at all. Actually, she grabs his face and pushes him away.
Pushes him away.
Finding him.
Oh, right, because Adam shows up and she's like, "Oh my god, it's Adam." Right on his face. Okay, so Ellie,
and then a very respectful flirt on behalf of my daughter.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, hey, did Ellie mention an hourglass today?" Well, the truth is, I broke an hourglass that Ellie's dad gave to me, and she's
It's effective communication, honestly.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
By far the best Ellie's communicated today.
By far the best anyone has communicated what they need to have done and what's going on in any version of Freaky Friday at any point in any movie.
So true.
It's such a miscommunication
They
series.
just clear up like 10 things right away. Like,
Yeah.
That's great.
Adam goes like, "Oh my gosh, I thought she was trying to cheat.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize that it's because of that."
I kind of thought like DCOM would rely the most on convoluted bad communication.
And let me tell you, they do in other DCOMs.
Other DCOMs, yeah.
But, like, not this one. They really
Shockingly not this one.
Yeah.
This is the hourglass is important. Get it on there. My daughter Ellie really likes you.
She just interrupts and says, "She likes you."
She likes you.
Oh, I like her too.
This has to be the most forward any Disney Channel character has ever been with their crush ever.
Yeah, except unless it's like outside of the climax of like it.
Outside of the climax.
Yeah. No, this is the most. It's just been like, I like you. She likes you.
Yeah.
And Adam goes, "I like her too." And Ellie's like, "Oh my god, you do? But you like everyone though." And he's like, "Yeah, but like,
that's very cute.
I like her in a particular way."
It's crazy saying this to her mom.
Yeah. He's like, it's kind of weird we're talking about this.
Yeah. He does acknowledge that it's weird. He's like, "This is weird. I'm gonna go."
Again, I feel like I like this scene because it's so realistically what that conversation should look like.
Yeah, exactly. Ellie's like, "For sure you can go, but like, if you could help us out with that hourglass thing and maybe put it on the list, it would be worth a lot of sandwiches." He's like, "Okay, good.
Good move."
All right. So then mom comes back in and is stressed, and she says, "I'm a terrible mother." And Ellie's like, "No, you're not." But then Carl and Monica come in and they're like, "Hey, we heard about Fletcher. Like, is he okay?" Like,
good friends. Good friends.
Really good friends. But they're like, he's home now.
They only stormed off for 5 minutes.
They've spent their whole day just going back and forth to Ellie's house, to be honest. This is the third time they've been to the house today.
Which is crazy because in O Biology, they start with like, "What's up with Elle today? She's kind of great." And then they hate her by the end of the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, now they're like, "Oh yeah, he's home." And then Ellie, as the mom, is like, "Hey guys, I put a lot of pressure on Ellie today, so she acted like a tool." They're like, "Yeah, she did kind of act like a tool." And Ellie's like, "Did you just call me a tool?" Which, their perspective, the mom says if she acted like a tool, They go, yeah, she did. And the mom goes, did you just call me a tool? Like, no. She's like, don't call either of us a tool because name calling's wrong and you know it. But anyway,
sorry.
Ellie's the one that said it.
Small, like I'm off screen. Sorry.
Sorry. But anyway, can you just let her back on the team and you all do the hunt together? And they go, yeah.
Really
Yeah.
easy conflict resolution.
Super easy.
I mean, I almost wonder if it was even worth it to have them come in earlier and say we're not friends with you anymore, where you can't do the hunt.
What did that actually add?
It was just everything falling apart.
I guess it was the catalyst
Yeah.
for Ellie to like say the wedding's off.
Yeah.
Like,
But even that didn't have any consequences because then Fletcher went missing and they forgot about everything.
right. So I guess they could have dropped both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they say yes, they go upstairs to get ready, and the mom's like, your life and peer group are both very confusing and the pressure is killing me, so you go on the hunt. And Ellie's like, I would love to go on the hunt,
Right.
but I'm in your body, so I can't go on the hunt.
Yeah.
So dig deep. You gotta do it. And mom's like, I didn't even get the hourglass on the list. And Ellie's like, I think I got him to do it, actually.
Yeah.
I think I convinced him.
Good.
So what do I do?
This is again so much communication. This is almost too much good communication. We almost don't really need any of this. But
Yeah.
it's fine.
So mom's like, what do I do? And Ellie says, have fun. Be a kid. And so she takes all the bracelets back.
Yeah. Again, this is such a departure for other ones where it's like a big competition or something that like matters how you do in it. This is like, I really need you to go out there and have fun. Because this is what I've been looking forward to. She doesn't even get to fucking go on.
No, she doesn't get anything.
Like in the other movies, it's fine. It's like a competition, and mom like does it or whatever, and it's fine because then it's the same results, right? They win the big game, or she dives really well. This is like totally not the point. The point wasn't to win. The point was for Ellie to have a good time, which she does not get to do.
Ellie doesn't get to do anything fun the whole
So the
movie.
point becomes find the hourglass.
The point is
like Ellie does it's a plot thing, not an internal thing, and it does feel weird because of it.
Yeah, but it's just so different from the stakes of all the other ones, where it's like you have to go because the team's relying on you. This is like you have to go because I really want to do this and I can't right now.
Yeah.
So you just got to go do it and tell me how it was.
And find the hourglass.
You don't have to win. Like, it's crazy that you won in my body. Like, that was not. I didn't say you had to go win. I didn't even say like try your best. I just said go have fun.
You're forgetting that this is their year. They're sophomores.
They're sophomores.
They're sophomores. It's so true.
Later, Ellie, as the mom, is with Fletcher and Mike, and the journalist and the photographer come back in, right? And she's like,
I love the energy they're bringing on this because it makes no sense.
The photographer and the journalist are so mad, right?
Yeah.
And Ellie's like, oh, look, my son was found. This has been crazy, right? And they're like, I'm sorry, but this wedding is not a cover story for our magazine. It's an epic fail.
That's a direct quote.
I wrote down, this is an epic fail. I couldn't remember what that was from.
Yeah.
Very good.
This is an epic fail. You don't even have a cake. Damn.
There's so much worse shit going on than not having a cake.
Son was missing today, and you're like, you don't even have a wedding cake. And Ellie is like, no, please, my family. I started my business to support. I started by myself to support my kids, and I need to show them that it was possible that even when something goes really wrong, it'll all be okay. And taking care of everyone every day is super hard. I work, I do all the home stuff. Nobody makes my lunch in the morning. It's all on me. So you should put that on your magazine.
Yeah,
that's way
like
more true.
Magazine.
Yeah, that's way more true than any fancy wedding. And they should have said, like, it's a wedding magazine.
But they're like, well, here's the thing. You don't have a cake, so we're not doing it.
Yeah, and Mike's like, hold on. What if we just do 7-layer bars?
Minnesota time. Let's go.
And Ellie's like, hell yeah. We're going to make 7-layer bars as a family. You guys in? And the journalist and the photographer are like, I love 7-layer bars. I love 7-layer bars. Let's do it. And they're in.
This is probably the stupidest scene.
I think this is probably the worst. I was just about to say, I think this is probably the worst scene in the movie.
It's not my least favorite scene in the movie because it's so stupid it's funny. This is where a lot of the DCOMs are all the time, and what I like about a lot of DCOMs.
This is a DCOM classic.
This is what most DCOMs feel like.
7 layer bars, baby.
I guess it's a testament to the rest of the movie that none of the rest of the movie feels like this at all.
No.
It's by far the most like stilted part of the whole movie.
Ellie apologized to Tori. She's like, "I'm sorry, your napkins are great. You're totally high strung and weird, but it's because you do the unimportant things that no one else wants to do. Please don't quit."
Yeah, you shouldn't have said unimportant. You could leave the rest of that sentence, I think.
I know. She says, "Please don't quit." And Tori says, "I wish I could quit you." She's like, "See, you're so weird."
That is
why
She
you
doesn't
bring
get the
Brokeback Mountain into the
She doesn't understand the reference.
Yeah, that's true. Why would Ellie know?
Yeah,
fair enough.
maybe she has seen Brokeback Mountain. I don't know.
Very weird.
Yeah. Okay. So at the hunt, everyone's gathering around.
We never got to see the 7 layer bars.
No.
Let me just throw that in there.
See, they had to make like so many though for a wedding, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, we're at the hunt. Everyone's gathering around. Adam's like at the top of these stairs with his Vespa because he's so cool. Savannah calls them losers, our little team. Whatever. Adam announces the start of the hunt. He says there's 20 objects to find, 30 places to go, and 50 things to do.
So well organized. I'm starting to feel a little hot under the collar for this guy. So what organization skills?
Yeah.
We don't know the exact rules of this, but like only one person can find this hourglass.
No, apparently if you have the hourglass, you win.
No, actually the rules are not great. The rules are first team to do all 100 things wins. That is too much.
Also, presumably Adam hasn't found this hourglass.
No.
They don't know that someone else didn't buy it.
Right.
They just trust that it is still out there.
Yeah. I mean, an adult has told them it exists, I guess, but
I think they have a specific order to do the tasks.
Well, it seems to be a very complex, like time-based and achievement-based system where you unlock new text-based. Yeah, so he's developed an app for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you unlock new quests. Okay, they unlock as you proceed through the game, and you send pictures. So he verifies them. Okay, it's a very complex system, and I admire it. Yeah, I think
100 may be too many tasks, especially when some of the tasks are really...
It's a fine number of tasks if the win condition isn't do all of them.
Well, some of them are like jump.
Yeah, literally one of the tasks is jump.
Yeah, I saw the jump one. Good.
What?
Well, that might be the title of the task. You tap into it and there's more details. Because the hourglass task was hourglass. So I think there's maybe more details on... I mean, all the tasks appear to be one word, so there has to be more details in the end.
That's true. So they start the song. The song's called Go.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes like, "Hey hunters, it's List Master. Now I got you on the run."
That's a very bizarre opening.
And later he goes, "Hey hunters, yup, List Master, like it's me again." Like it's cute. He's such a great singer though. All the kids are running around doing the activities and dancing, and at one point they spell the hunt with their bodies. Apparently that was a task.
This one especially felt like they didn't know what to do for this music.
This was like a very real task for a scavenger hunt like that is spell the hunt with your bodies. That seems like a very realistic thing to do. This is my biggest plot, my biggest problem with the movie was, I mentioned during the parent-teacher conference, my biggest missed opportunity in the movie is I think during the hunt, I think it would have been really fun if it showed mom using her mom skills, her life experience to do something
to kill it.
Yeah.
I
would have.
The only time they do
I think that's the biggest missed opportunity.
I know.
The most is she's not embarrassed and she's telling the kids like not to be embarrassed, basically, because she's like, there's so much more.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, are we gonna get to the bowling scene?
Not yet.
Okay, we'll get there. We're gonna get there, Veggie.
We'll get there. I want to talk about it just generally a little bit at first. It is just really sad because they just play the hunt straight, right? Like, this is the hunt, it's cool. And Ellie doesn't get to do it. When you remember that, sad. That's not actually Ellie, that's the mom. Yeah. Like, it is really sad.
What's Ellie doing during
that? Making 7 layer bars.
Okay, yeah.
Also, the hunt goes.
I guess that sounds like it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I think she is bonding like with her brother and her future stepdad, which is nice.
And she's a sophomore. She's got 2 more years to do it, but
this
it
is
won't be
her
her year. It won't be her year.
But this is her year that she was supposed to do it.
Yeah.
I'm just like a little underwhelmed with the music video for this because they don't show them doing that many tasks.
I think so too.
And they really love this. Like, there's this red spirally like sculpture that they just keep going back to, and they're doing a lot of parkour.
Yeah, a lot of parkour.
So I don't know. I just wish they showed more tasks. Like they go to the carnival, which is cool.
Could be again like is
the abandoned spooky carnival. I'm like, is this about to turn into a different movie? Where's the clown with the chainsaw? Oh my god, I would have been scared.
It seems so cool in theory in a lot of ways, but it also is like what you're showing to me of it hasn't sold me on it.
It seems like it's a day at the carnival, basically, because mostly everybody's running around with big carnival prizes. So it seems like that was a majority of the task.
And when they end, like our team has like a snowman. Other teams have like a big banana. Like did you just need big object? Is that a task?
It's a really complex app. Okay, it's like a tech tree. Like you unlock different. It's like a choose your own adventure.
He's been developing this for 5 years.
He said
that's why when she's like, "This is a childish game." That's why he got so mad. He's like, "I've spent my entire life developing this game." You don't understand.
Taking like 3 weeks.
You don't understand the depth of gameplay.
He said there's 20 objects to find. Are they holding 20 objects?
Hopefully
there's definitely more than 20 different things.
Well, there's 30 places to go and 50 things to do.
Clearly one place to go. Yeah, I guess
there's the carnival, and now let's go to the bowling alley, right?
Okay, bowling alley.
We're not here to bowl. It's a dance off.
Right.
And the kids are like, "Oh, we can't dance.
We can't dance." Monica's scared. And Carl's like, "I can't dance either. Like, I don't want people judging my body. Like, I'm husky. I get it. We all get it." And Monica says, "I'm just a weird blob with legs."
Yeah.
And this is where Mom gives them pep talk like, "No, our bodies are beautiful. Like, don't squander this time of your lives being ashamed of your bodies. This is as good as it gets, guys. So let's do it. Carl, you're perfect. Let's go." And one guy yeets himself.
I love that. It's a big sound effect at the end.
He knocks over pins.
Head first into the pins. He just slides down.
That's the dream. How you guys always wanted to do that?
I have.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. The bowling alleys are slippery as hell, and these kids are dancing on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, famously one of the most impossible things to try dance on, yeah.
Yeah.
They unoil these lanes because they knew that.
Again, they shouldn't even be open at this
point.
No, it's closed.
Because this whole town is this actually just a bigger thing in this town where it's like,
hey,
everyone's going to work out late. We're going to have some places like
the carnival, the bowling alley. That's why Adam's like, "This isn't a childish game. I rented out a bowling alley for this." Yeah. Like,
I put so much money into this. I'm not seeing a return.
Yeah. It's also not that dangerous. We heard that it was going to be dangerous. This seems everything.
They are in an abandoned carnival, as you've been saying.
Well, I guess there must have been carnival workers there, like you're saying, though. So, like,
yeah,
I don't know how dangerous it is.
Maybe it is fine because it's like just huge herds of teenagers going together. Like,
there's power in numbers.
Think back of like Pokemon Go times when everybody was out. That was probably one of the safest times to be out in the middle of the night hunting for Pokemon.
There's a lot of other people doing
There's so many people doing it. They'll protect you too.
Yeah, so, okay, this is like body positivity message that just gets like thrown in. It's like 30 seconds long.
It's very random.
It is.
I'm just like, what? What just happened? Where did this come from? Like,
they just threw it in there.
I think it was the idea of, she's like, my back doesn't hurt. And that's such a hilarious place to go from this message.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it was just like, let's have this. Like, there's just somebody in the writer's room. It's just like we gotta have this in there. This is like important. I don't know. It's so random.
It's random.
It's so jarring from the rest of the they've never talked about. This is not the message of this movie. Very
they just threw it in there of like, and also by the way, your body is beautiful.
Yeah, I guess it's like if we're showing this on Disney Channel, we gotta let the kids know. Like, I guess I could admire that, but
it's also
really
like
weird.
If we're to think about it on a movie basis, it's something that makes the movie worse because it just throws the pacing and like flow of the scene off.
It's
it's just like this doesn't feel like something that would happen.
But the bowling choreography in the bowling alley is pretty fun. So Right.
Go where you never thought you'd go.
Yeah, the song goes basically the entire.
all in.
Well,
When
I
you're
don't know if the lyrics make that much sense for what they're doing, but
No.
the choreography is pretty good.
go, I like when the layers go, 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 go.
The
Yeah.
viewers on YouTube are now going to cut to us going headfirst down the bowling alley, getting a strike. We'll cut to that footage. Take it away.
The one thing I don't know, this song, yeah, it's not my favorite. I think it's some parts I really like. When I listen to it on like Spotify, it just goes long. It's pretty long.
It's a long song. In the
Yeah.
scene again, like this song lasts like 6 minutes. Honestly, the entire hunt you just cut back into it.
This is the weirdest I feel, even more than O Biology, which maybe isn't right, but the weirdest I feel with like the mom and Ellie's body and Adam, because they sing that little like duet part at the end, and I'm like, that's the mom. You know, that's her singing with Adam. And it
I missed the biology reprise. Okay.
no, it wasn't O Biology. I'm saying it's in Go. They like sing the last
It's not
verse
the
of Go.
finding, it's the searching.
Yeah.
Oh,
They like sing the last part of Go,
That's
and
a
it's like
duet.
slowed down.
Oh.
And it feels kind of romantic, even though the lyrics aren't romantic. It's just kind I don't know. I felt weird about it because it's the
Which is
mom.
like on stage, you mean, or like
No,
it's way later? Okay,
when
so there's way
it's
later,
before it's before they get the hourglass. They just kind of end the
yeah.
song.
Oh, I guess it's fine. I guess this is part of her embracing her inner like
I
child and
guess.
having fun because I guess that's what this movie's about now. For
I
some
just
reason.
wish
Like
it
the
was
whole back half of the movie, I guess this is the message: is like embrace your inner child, which is like
Sure.
not usually the message of Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
I guess it does work, but like
It is
Yeah.
a legal message, like in the bounds of morals you can tell in the Freaky Friday story. It works.
yeah, it's a story that Freaky Friday could tell. It's not one they've chosen to tell before.
Yeah, I think I'm just still sad that it wasn't actually Ellie. Like,
Yeah.
Ellie deserves to be doing this right now and singing this song, but it's the mom.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
You know, too bad.
Okay, at
You should have
home,
asked the mom for permission to do this way earlier,
Way
and
earlier.
it probably would have
So true.
they never would have switched bodies if she
Yeah.
just did that. At home, Ellie and Fletcher are on the couch, and she's like, "You're excited about the wedding, huh?" And Fletcher's like, "Yeah, aren't you?" She's like, "Ah, it's complicated." And Fletcher's like, "I like that I won't be the only man in the house anymore."
Mhm.
So that's cute.
Yeah.
And Ellie's like, Ellie does not hate you, and she also apologizes for what she said today.
Yeah.
Fletcher drops a banger of a line.
Oh my gosh!
I
Okay,
mean, Fletcher really is truly the
10-year-old.
wisdom sage.
yeah, I love Fletcher. He says, "Mom, we made 7-layer bars, and I hung out with Ellie's friend Adam. And this has been the best day of my life.
Yeah, I was like, those are the only two things.
Those two things."
That bro's lived a sad life.
And one of them is that you got to hang out with Adam, but you know what? Adam's
Adam
pretty
is
great.
pretty.
Bro,
He
you-
kind of is that
Have
boy.
you heard of a birthday party? But like, it's so sweet. It's like it's so sweet because it obviously is not the best day of his life, but he's trying to like make his mom feel better,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
like very sweet.
It's just like just the evening. I'm like, but we made 7-layer bars. So then he hugs her and goes to bed, and Mike comes in.
What of a shirkin? He's like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm like, what 10-year-old has ever said that? That's crazy.
I
The
know.
one that ran away earlier today.
To
Yeah.
Vegas.
No, he'd be like, it's chocolate time, right?
It's a 7-layer bar, right? So Mike comes in.
Yeah, let's eat these 7-layer bars. Hello.
Mike's like, well, you did warn me if you catered your own wedding, you'd be a crazy person. I just didn't know how crazy you'd be. And Ellie says, I want to apologize for Ellie. She's a pain and not very nice to you. And Mike's like, no, you're too hard on her. Like, she can be mad. It's okay. She lost her father. I can't replace him. I wouldn't try. I need her to accept me on her terms because I love her. And if she wants to be angry with me, then I can take it. And Ellie's like, she's not angry with you. Sometimes she's just angry. And she misses her dad. And I think she's afraid she'll forget him. And Mike's like, no, she doesn't need to forget him. And, like, you shouldn't forget him either. And
He flips around a picture frame
that was, like, turned
of the
away.
family.
Yeah.
Like, when did she turn that away?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he says, are we okay?
Right when she sold the hourglass.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's like, I gotta turn this picture frame
Yeah.
away. Yeah, he says, are we okay? And she goes, yeah. Fist
Yeah,
bump.
we're okay.
Fist bump.
Fist bump. I mean, she cries for a little bit, recovers from the cry, and it's like fist bump.
Fist
Has to do
bump.
some explosion fist bump
Yeah.
stuff.
And he's like, why isn't my fiance kissing me anymore? Okay. And then Ellie hugs Boris, and that's the end of the scene.
Yeah, very. That's a very emotional scene. I mean, it's very similar to like the 2003 version when Gibbs from NCIS is telling Jamie Lee Curtis how much he loves Ellie or loves Anna.
Yeah.
In the like I think in the bar, or like in front of the bar
Yeah.
with fucking her with the kid with the guy hiding behind the bar the whole time.
Chad Michael Murray.
With Chad Michael Murray hiding behind the fucking bar the whole time, which kind of undercut it a little bit, I think, in 2003. But yeah, very. I mean, it's a very similar speech, but like it's a good speech, and it's very
Yeah.
it was very emotionally moving. I think Catherine, actress, is doing a very great job of acting that all
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She's a
it's
good
very
job.
complex emotions. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so back to the hunt. They've been out literally all night. It's like morning now. And they're tired, but they need to stick it out. And they're in the lead.
Okay, I guess they can do
apparently.
100 things if they're literally not going to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great right before your mom's wedding.
Right.
Yeah.
Right before your wedding.
Yeah. So they're in the lead. I don't know how they're in the lead, but they still need the hourglass. And they're like, we've been to every vintage shop. Oh my god, it's at a vintage watch shop that we just so happen to be right next
in front of.
Because she just looks
Oh my
in.
god, where is it? Oh, there it is.
Oh, Mrs. Times, of course.
She has a eureka moment of like, oh my god, it's in a watch shop. And it's like, girl, you didn't figure it out. You just saw it in the window.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, I don't know. Like, what was the point of the hunt if like you were of putting it on the hunt list? If it's all about you finding it, right? The point of putting it on the hunt list is that anyone can find it and they'll bring it to Adam.
Yeah.
Why is it so crucial that you're the one who tags it?
What was their plan if like Savannah got it?
Right. I'm like, just let her take it. She's taking it to Adam, right? That's the whole point. It's going to the finish line.
Yeah.
And then she just gives it to Adam and collects it.
I guess that's the prize is you get to keep the one of a kind hourglass.
But then don't put it on that one. The whole point of putting it on the hunt list is that we can have the whole school looking for it at once.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it becomes, we need to find this. It's like, well, then why are we doing the hunt? Like, you should have not done any part of the hunt and just been looking in all the antique shops.
I was confused why only one team can get it. When the thing is like, whoever does it all 100 things first, but it's like, also, there's only one of this.
I mean, it could be the last task.
It probably is.
The game has to either it's either not very well explained, or there has to be more rules that we know about. There's actually more than 100 tasks, or there's 100 total tasks. First person to complete all to complete all their assigned tasks wins. Maybe.
That's possible.
You only get like 20 tasks. Yeah. Realistically, they did not. It's it's a DCOM movie, and I think they just didn't really think the rules through that.
Yeah. So Savannah's like, "Hey, Mrs. Time, I need that hourglass, and my mom's a lawyer, and if you don't give it to me, she's gonna sue you for emotional damages."
This is a great way to steal anything.
Yeah.
For real.
Like, I should try that sometime.
I think Mrs. Time she's got 6 teenagers in her store. She's alone. She doesn't know what to do. She's like, all right, it's an hourglass. I guess take it.
Take it.
It's like, I had this on sale for $5.
My headcanon is that kids have been showing up all night asking for it, and she's like, no, go away. And this is the first time they're like, we're just taking it.
Yeah.
Mom says, you can't just steal that. And Savannah's like, oh, boo-hoo. She says. And Mom's like, you know what? I can't control everything. And we can't control anything about the hunt. It's okay to be out of control. And then she attacks Savannah and takes the house.
This is like another theme of the movie that they're throwing in, like very last minute, is like about control and letting go of control. That has not
be a control freak.
I don't think that's been a major lesson. She has not been acting like a control freak at any point.
No, we were just told that she's a control freak.
This is another sort of message they're throwing in here.
It's something, again, where it's coming from a condensed play. I'm like, maybe I give this grace and say they were explaining it in a bigger one, but they kept it, but then they just need to rewrite this one-act version.
Yeah. Yeah, so she runs, and Savannah and the rest chase her.
Good. They break a bunch of clocks. They break a grandfather clock, which is like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to talk to Savannah's lawyer mom.
Probably.
Yeah, it wasn't really Savannah's fault that much, though. I mean,
a little.
It was kind of everybody's fault, I guess. But like, grandfather clocks are
very expensive.
Very expensive. That's a big problem.
Yeah. She runs all the way to the theater, which is the end of the hunt. That's like the finish line.
Awesome job, Adam. Rented out a fucking theater. Got the hunt on the marquee.
It is pretty sick.
Adam's a boss.
He really is. And I was just okay. First off, in the theater, there's more parkour. What are these kids doing parkour in the theater for? Second, there's a whole crowd of the kids. I'm like, aren't y'all still trying to win? Why are you all waiting?
It's the finish line.
You guys didn't get the hourglass.
That's a good point.
And
They all
now-
got their pool float, their carnival floaties.
Yeah, I just now came up with the theory that maybe since like Ellie, the team knew that they were in the lead, maybe Adam sent a message out to the rest of the team like, you're not going to win, head to the theater or something. Like, you're eliminated. Maybe.
Everybody seems,
It's just like the
everybody
Amazing
seems
Race
too
when every
happy.
other team that's eliminated comes and cheers for you at the end.
Yeah.
But they're chasing after them. Like, yeah.
Well,
And
Savannah
they all
is.
seem very happy. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole crowd just like, yeah, you won. We didn't win. I don't know.
It was your year.
Yeah, Ellie Blake, you officially won this year's hunt.
Yeah,
fuck the rest
your
of us.
teammates. Yeah, I was also thinking that. What about the rest
Fuck
of the
your
fucking
teammates.
team?
They just are in the crowd cheering for him. Like, get on stage.
You won.
You're a team.
Friends like get to the stage and talk.
Yeah.
I don't know. They never go on stage. It's just Ellie.
So how did they get in the crowd in time?
Well, they were all running.
She was way ahead of them, though.
Well,
They were pursuing too.
I mean, that's why they didn't make it to the stage. They eliminated
Yeah.
the crowd.
Everyone cheers. There's like streamers and balloons. Good for Adam.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And she dances
It
around.
seems like he's the only member of production on this event. Seems like nobody else has helped.
Yeah,
It's like
before-
a one-man show.
Before him it was his
Crazy.
brother,
Yeah.
and now it's him.
That's a lot of work to do for one person. I feel like he should get some helpers.
Yeah, maybe he does. I don't know.
Actually, this is something I'm just realizing now, but like looking at how elaborate the hunt is, Adam is way too relaxed the day before the hunt. Man should be having a panic attack.
He just goes to school normally.
Like, bro is organizing the event of the century. He
Yeah.
would be way more stressed. He has time to like find a lost child and like.
Yeah, I was
What
gonna
a
say
day
he goes,
spent for him.
Like,
he's just
he
going
should
around
be-
taking pics of bus
He
stops.
should be having the biggest anxiety attack that anyone has ever had the day before this.
He should be
event.
taking a nap because he has
They
to be
should.
up
The
all night.
magazine should be doing a cover story on Adam.
That's true. I'd read that.
Compared to hosting your own wedding, that actually seems like nothing now compared to the hunt.
Okay, so yeah, they're in the wedding dressing room, and like the mom's body is in the wedding dress, and Ellie is the mom. Ellie's body brings in the hourglass, and she's like, "Yeah, we won." And then she goes and gets changed into a black dress, which is not the same dress that she was supposed to wear. But they're like, "But this is more you, yeah."
Right.
And they're like, all right, cool, you ready to do this? Yeah, let's do it. So they grab the hourglass and they sing. They're like, and we learned so many things, blah, 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 so many things. And we're going to switch back. And they sing the notes, right? One high, one low, but they don't swap because they don't swap bodies, so they just keep the same notes.
I was like thinking, like I was watching, I was like, this seems like a very. They're in a dressing room. This like normally the switchback happens at a more
Public place.
public or
Yeah.
climactic moment. It's
Yeah.
kind of interesting. It's gonna happen right now, and then it doesn't. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, they talk about like we walk in each other's shoes. This has to be the answer, right? We learn our lessons, but it doesn't work. And then they start singing.
And then everything.
Oh God, what if this means? It's so funny when that randomly comes up on Spotify. Just, oh God,
It's a great starter line
Yeah.
where you're flipping through a playlist.
Yeah.
today's now every day, and we're stuck like this forever. And so this is when they start being like, holy fuck.
How bad this all
It's
really
just
is.
scary shit. And I think the other Freaky Fridays don't delve into how horrifying this would be.
It,
Yeah,
how
it's
how
forever.
cosmic horror the actual situation is.
Yeah.
Especially because they don't know what else they can do. They got the hourglass. And they learned lessons,
Yeah.
right?
They're like yeah, none of the other ones really take it this far with like the horror, I think. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is like there's a really haunting line. I don't have the lyrics in front of me, but where she's like,
The life I didn't see the life flash before my
I
eyes. It
didn't
just poof,
see
went
life
away.
flash before my eyes.
It
It
just-
just went away.
Exactly.
Which I do think about that line too as well. It's a
Yeah.
really poignant line
Yeah.
about
Yeah, and
the
she
situation.
says,
It's just like I lost 30 years of my life.
my college years and more. And she says, and now I'll have to pay today and every day. Like, I'm paying for this now. I didn't get to live my life. And the mom's perspective is just a little bit of like, everything I had to go through that was hard, I'll have to do again.
which I feel
Which is
way less sympathetic to.
They don't focus on that nearly as much as just
no,
Ellie losing her
but
life.
I think they make the smart decision of like a lot of Catherine's sadness and grief in that song is for her daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think they make the right
Yes.
move there. So
They do.
they're both I think, equally crushed because Catherine's just as sad as Ellie. And,
Yeah.
As a mother to a yes. Absolutely.
and I think the song focuses on
Yes.
that.
Yes.
It makes the correct.
Because she comes in, she says, if today is every day, I will hold you, like, I will be
Yeah.
there for you. I won't let it affect you. And she's like, how? Like, you can't
Yeah.
let it not affect me.
It's so fucking real.
Yeah.
It's way too real for this movie. Yeah.
So, yeah, they're stuck like this today and every day.
Yeah. Now it's time for a wacky wedding
Wedding
scene. Go
time.
get married.
And she's like,
go time for the classic comedy bit.
Ellie's like, I can't get married. And so what they do is they walk down the aisle
Yeah.
naturally.
Uh-huh.
They couldn't pull Mike aside or anything. They like, no, let's do this in front of everybody.
And all three of them walk down together. Ellie, the mom, and the hourglass.
Nobody says a word about it. Everyone's very respectful about it.
No one says a word about anything that happens in this wedding scene. And
Mike doesn't seem to notice that his fiance is like visually clearly horrified. She's
Horrified.
down like just crying and not the good way. Like she's like,
and why are they holding an hourglass? And then they start just they interrupt the ceremony, right? She's like, I can't do this.
right.
And her and the mom, they start just having their own conversation. Everyone is just fine with it. No one cares. Mike doesn't care.
I mean, everyone's heard that they've been probably been a bit weird the last 2
That's
days.
true.
Everyone's like, oh, another one of these episodes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Ellie's like, I can't do this. I'm not ready to do this. But the truth is, you're great. And she talks about like 5 years ago, we lost someone. Her family felt broken. And she turns to her mom and she's like, and you, after it happened, I thought you wanted to control me. But I realize now you just want to protect me. And I love you. And then the hourglass glows after she says, I love you. And they're like, oh my God, that's the key. We just had to say that we love each other. And they start singing again about how much they love each other. And they love every part of them, the messy parts. And I'm just like, what is everyone else thinking right now? I don't know. And
everyone else see the hourglass?
it's glowing.
This is a magic rabbit's work, I'm telling you.
It's so true.
Yes.
Yeah, they sing and they switch back. You get the notes.
Then the notes switch again. They so the high note and they switch and then boom. And they switch back.
And notably, their bodies swap positions when like it flashes and goes away. And I'm like, does no one pick up on that?
They literally swap, like their bodies swap
Right.
places.
This is what happens in the 70s one.
Yeah.
Except instead of being standing next to each other at a wedding altar, one of them is driving a car down a flight of stairs, and the other one is water skiing. So, a bit more.
That's awesome. And then they sing more, and they're like, it took this day, and they're like, from now on, I'll understand your point of view. At one point, she's like, I won't be such a witch, and I'm like, was that lyric originally bitch? Probably not, but
it sure sounds like a bitch line.
I won't be such a witch. It's so that they can rhyme it with switch.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Which works, I guess.
Yeah, so they finish the song, and it's like, okay, you should get married now. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll get married now. And then Mike and the mom sing, and they're like, yeah, I love you just the same.
Yeah, and nobody acknowledged. Mike doesn't seem to have noticed that, like, they just had a 3-minute conversation and they switched places twice. And like,
which I guess most of what she was saying was like, oh, we went through something really hard, but now we're good.
But it's very clearly talking from the perspective of
Ellie.
Yeah,
I know.
And
do you think if this situation happened, do you think you would ever tell your partner that this happened?
Well, I mean, in this scenario, like, it's so blatantly obvious. Like, anybody should just figure it out without having to be told.
Y'all remember that Lindsay Lohan movie? I think that might have happened.
Have you seen that comedy sketch by like Chris and Jack? It's like, are you Groundhog Daying right now?
I think I have.
That's good.
People can tell. I mean, no, obviously you tell everyone. I mean, I think it's very contrived from 2003 and 2018 and 2025 where you don't tell anybody, where it just there's no reason really not to tell.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they have the line of like, we're gonna end up in a mental hospital, and they'll
don't tell someone you trust.
Yeah,
don't tell the hospital. You
That's
can tell
fair.
anyone else. Yeah,
maybe try and tell Mike. Maybe he'll understand.
It works out very well in the 90s when they get the dad to understand what's happening, and it's very kind of smooth sailing from that point on. It does work. He's like, oh, you guys have swap bodies. Like, yeah, we've been trying to tell you that all day. He's like, okay. all right, I'll drive. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so now conclusion time. We're at the reception. Fletcher does make his rabbit Presto disappear.
Now Presto disappears on his own.
He's magic.
well, he's been
Yeah.
up stuff. Yeah.
And then mom. Now they're in their own bodies again, right? So mom is like, "Hey Ellie, I invited someone, and it's Adam."
So the mom invited Adam as Ellie.
Right.
Which probably just after the hunt is like, "Hey, do you want to come to my mom's wedding?" Okay.
Sure, I'm very tired, but
I'm so tired, but
Oh,
when's
man.
the reception's at 4? Cool.
I know. Adam's like, bro, I knew this hunt was gonna get me a girlfriend. That was the plan.
it's just the game plan to get
Yeah.
laid.
Yes. Okay, so then Adam says, like, congrats to Ellie for winning. And then he starts to tell Ellie that he likes her. But Fletcher comes in and is like, Adam, I need my assistant. We need to find Presto. Fletcher just loves Adam now.
Fletcher's the one who actually invited Adam to the wedding.
Yeah.
He needed an assistant.
But Ellie says the answer is yes. And then the last song starts. And the song is called Alas Is Me.
This song works lyrically well as a conclusion song. Everything makes sense except for the fact that it's a solo, which is so weird.
It feels weird as a conclusion to a
was like,
musical.
where is mom?
Yeah. Especially, like, it's basically Ellie and mom singing the whole movie and Adam. And those are, like, the only 3.
Savannah has a verse.
Savannah has 1 verse, but she's not going to be here, and that's fine.
Why is Savannah even at the wedding?
She wouldn't be there.
Yeah. Get the fuck out.
It's just weird that it's like it's just Ellie singing the whole time with a bunch of
Great singing.
random great singing. Great song. I really like
It
this
is a good
movie.
song. It's a good song. I'm not sure I agree about the lyrics being fit. It's, you can finally see me. Was it like
At last it's me.
At
At
last-
last you're looking at me.
you're looking at me? Like, was that a big thing? Is that people weren't looking at her? Like,
Took a little of you to show me how. Yeah, whatever.
That's more like those lines right there.
yeah, okay.
Anyway, it's just like just Ellie singing and dancing with a bunch of random dancers. And it just feels weird. I like the dancing though. It's just
It's a totally fine scene. It's just weird that it's the conclusion scene.
I kind of think of it as like the end credits, but there were just no credits.
yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
I feel like the movie ended properly, kind of right.
It's kind of just your dance party ending.
Yeah, and then finally they bring in the friends and the mom, but after like the first chorus, so
They're like,
I don't
listen,
know.
the song's a solo. Like, sorry, we're writing this movie around the song. So
And there's the part where she like starts filming herself on a phone.
Yeah.
That was weird. And then she yeets the phone up to the ceiling and it doesn't come back down.
yeah, that's fine. You know what? I like that. Take some. I mean, it's the end of the movie. Take some cinematographic.
We know stuff has
liberties.
disappeared. I
Something
think
creative.
that was just Presto catching the phone.
I think the phone thing was like, oh, it's. I mean, none of this matters. So it's a creative way to film it. I like it. It's fine. Anything that makes me think, oh, this is a different way to like present it. I like.
And then
it.
they do a big group photo, and Adam jumps into
Carl's arms.
No, that's
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I also wrote, oh yay, she gets to dance with Adam for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah, they end with the whole family together. And
Hey.
it's over. And that's Freaky Friday. The DCOM version musical.
All right.
We talked about that for a while.
So, folks, that was the first half of the podcast. Now we're going to analyze it. That was the summary. Now here we go with the analysis, starting now. So strap in, folks. Welcome to the DCOM duo.
What do we think the motifs of the umbrellas were really stretching
Yeah.
to say about how a parent covers up their child?
Yeah.
Oh, good one.
And that's so wise.
They make sure they get the same umbrella back at the end of the day.
This is actually all going to be about umbrellas from here on out.
This is probably the Freaky Friday adaptation that has the least amount of loose ends left unanswered at the end.
What?
There's only really Mrs. Time didn't get her clocks.
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty much it. Everything else we got to see.
What loose ends were there in the Lindsay Lohan one?
Lindsay Lohan, I feel like do we see her patient? Lindsay, like,
Oh no.
Jamie Lee Curtis's anxious patient ever again that never gets resolved.
That's a good
In the
point.
sequel.
Is he in the sequel?
I think he's in the sequel.
Oh, is he the
He probably
dad who's
was.
like, that's my therapist?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I didn't
No,
get
that's not
that.
the same patient.
I thought it was.
No.
If it was, they didn't make it clear.
No, that wasn't the same.
Okay.
I thought it was just a guy.
That was just a guy. That was a funny line in Freakier Friday. Like, that's my therapist.
I think there's some other stuff. I feel like I feel like the brother in the Lindsay Lohan stuff does not. He says like, "Oh, we like messing with each other," but like they don't really get a moment to like kind of finish that story arc. I feel
Not him with Anna in her body.
Yeah.
They do with Anna in her mom's body.
right. So from her brother's perspective, like she never really got any closure on how he's being
Yeah.
treated. I don't know. I think there's a few other things too. I think that like this because there's a lot happening in that movie. Oh no, I remember when she
Oh.
messed with the bully's grades as well.
Oh, we never got
Yeah,
never got to see
that's a big
and
one.
her own grades and the teacher who was being vindictive to her. She
Yeah.
never gets in trouble or anything, or like
Yeah.
we never find out if her
future.
grades ends up
Yeah.
improving in that. So there is like actually that's like five things. So all right, I think I've
Yeah.
proved my point. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay,
about this
yeah.
stuff.
So overall, I really like this movie. I'm a sucker for musicals, so
Yeah.
that definitely helps. But I also, yeah, I think it just does a pretty good job. And it's a shame that it got so much criticism from the public just because it's not the Lindsay Lohan one.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's solid. Like, this is one that I've gone back to and enjoyed. And I listen to the music, and I think the music's good.
Oh. So
Yeah.
back.
I agree. I really like it. I think like yeah, it's not the Lindsay Lohan version. I mean, more importantly, it's not the Jamie Lee Curtis version, which is
Yeah.
kind of the more important
More important part.
aspects of. But like, there's parts on it that that we talked about that I think like improved on the 2003 version. I think anything with I think the brother storyline is really good. I think like
It does a lot of
the
interesting
love
stuff.
interest is much better.
And it takes its subject matter more seriously and
Yeah.
earnestly. And
Yeah.
I think that opens up a lot of. This explores very interesting topics about the body swap angle that I feel like
Yeah.
other ones are too quick to do comedic stuff about. It's something like when we talk about the swap, which is another body swap DCOM that we really like.
Mm-hmm.
They actually go some places that are interesting and insightful.
Mm.
Yeah, because that one, and it's a boy and a girl swapping, but they don't focus on the genderness of it that much.
Mm.
It's way more about their like family dynamics and
Mhm.
relationships. And they also explore grief in that one. And it's just like really well done. And
Yeah.
this one, I think, explores grief really well
Yeah.
and has good emotional beats.
Yeah.
All right. In Jank House, we gave this a final ranking of 19 out of the 115 that
Yeah.
existed by the time.
19 out of 115.
Yeah,
Wow.
very high.
Very high.
Very highly ranked.
I have it
Impressive.
had it ranked 18th. Kelsey had it ranked 12th. I would guess on a rewatch, honestly, I'd put it lower a
I
little
think
bit.
I also might lower it a
Like
little
top
bit.
20 feels high for me nowadays, but like it's
Really?
still good.
Yeah, I might have it just a little high, but like it's in my A tier. Like I think this is an A DCOM.
Yeah, I think it
it's
would go
really
from
good.
like mid-high A tier to me to like low A tier.
Yeah, I have it actually right below the swap, which is funny. I have the two body swap DCOMs right next to each other, and they're both at the top of my A tier. I do really like it though. I think.
What about talking about it with me on this podcast? Has that raised or lowered your judgment of it? Would you say?
I
Probably about
enjoyed
the
digging
same.
into it. I enjoyed hearing all the different Freaky Fridays and comparing about all.
I did really enjoy that.
You guys
Yeah,
gotta watch the 70s one. It's a
Wait,
trip.
I think we do definitely have to watch
we will
it.
be watching that. I've always been curious just for the Jodie Foster of it all. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. Like, no, it's really fun when we get a guest on here to be able to share an extra perspective on this.
hmm
Like,
very fun.
yeah, some of our best memories, I think, on here are some of the guests that we bring on who can bring unique perspectives on
hmm
this.
Absolutely.
Did I mention I've swapped bodies with my dad once? I
Oh, yeah?
should have brought that.
That
experience
may have
into
been
it.
something good to talk about, but we'll have to get you on like a separate episode for this.
We already did the swap one. I think we're out of body
Out of
swap
body swaps.
DCOMs, which is weird
Well,
that there's
Did
two.
that.
But yeah, that's Freaky Friday. If you have any thoughts and want to share them, email us at thedecomduo@gmail.com. David, you want to shout out anything?
Taskmaster, Minnesota. Check it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, you run that. You do your own
Yeah.
version of the hunt.
Yeah, imagine the hunt, but
Sort of
even
the
cooler.
Adam of YouTube. Yes.
And Adam, you're actually talking about the biblical Adam right now because you got the first account in
First
YouTube
person
history.
to ever make a YouTube video. Pretty cool, I think.
That is pretty cool. Okay, so once again, usually we spin our wheel and randomly to decide what our next DCOM is going to be. But the past,
At the end of the episode?
yeah.
Yeah.
But the past few episodes, we just keep scheduling guest episodes instead. So right now, we just scheduled our next episode to be Camp Rock 2.
We realized we have to get it in before Camp Rock 3 comes out this summer.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want to cover Camp Rock 3 when it comes out. Also, it's been literal years since we did the first Camp Rock movie.
Yeah,
so
it was like one of the first 10 we did, I want to say.
it's really early. So we got our friend Bay coming back to do Camp Rock 2. Yeah. So tune in 2 weeks. She did. Okay. Yeah. And she explicitly loves Camp Rock 1 and hates Camp Rock 2. So this is going to be fun. Yeah. So in 2 weeks we'll do that. But we will still spin the wheel. In case those plans fall through, we'll have a backup movie. And so we like to predict what our next DCOM
And
is.
if you get it right, you get $1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I guess. It might be hard for you when you don't know.
I don't know. No, I don't need to see it. I'm going to make up the title. I'm going to say you're going to watch my dorky brother is a werewolf.
You actually just kind of combined two, which is really funny because there's Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire and Invisible Sister.
I was going to say Stepsister from Planet Weird.
Stepsister from Planet Weird and Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. You're basically
just go. My dorky brother is a werewolf. I'm sticking with it. Let's see if we got it.
That's good.
I'm going to say Buffalo Dreams.
Nice. I'll say The Jenny Project.
I forget that one.
I know.
That's going to be crazy when we get to that. That's just the chimpanzee movie. Okay. They adopt the chimpanzee as like a kid.
Good.
Ooh.
Did I get it?
No. Once again, our backup movie is a Christmas movie, but it's different. It's the ultimate Christmas present. So hopefully we don't do that. Yeah. That one actually is Little Baby Brenda's song, which is fun. And Bill, what's his name? The voice of Patrick.
Scars? Not Scars.
No.
It's similar to that.
Faberbacky.
Nice.
The voice of Patrick's in that one. Which
I thought you were trying to talk about Spencer Breslin, who's also in that.
Oh, he's in that too?
Yeah, it's kind of a weirdly studied, because one of the Panabakers is also in it.
No.
Right?
No.
Am I crossing wires?
You're crossing wires.
Who's the main girl in...
Someone I don't know. I'm pretty sure. But Brenda Song's in it. Anyway, this is just our backup movie. Okay. We're hoping to watch Camp Rock 2. But if it's not Camp Rock 2, it'll be the ultimate Christmas present. Are you still looking it up?
It's Haley Hirsch. I don't know who that is.
Who the heck is that? Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Thank you, David, for being here. Thanks.
Bye.
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 Seeds from our next episode.
Yeah, we rock. We rock. We rock. We rock on.
Hey, let's rock.
Arugula.
I'm bringing you the fire.
So impressive.
Graham crackers.
Swag.
What's happening?
We
gotta cut it.
We gotta stop it now.